How much horsepower does the supercharged Orange County chopper make? Oh man.
So I think it was the neighbor of the owner's wife who got in contact with us and was trying to sell the bike for her. We went back and forth. It took us about 6 months to actually do the negotiations to get the thing down to $10,000. When the guy showed up with it, it was dead of winter. He came from Colorado and he actually got in a little accident with the trailer. He T-boned it and there was a big crunch, a big kind of hole in the side of the trailer, and I think he took off like he's like, oh man, I'm sorry about this. I'll take off $100. Gonna cover the cost of fixing the trailer. Then the trailer and the bike sat here for about 2 months before I actually got around to filming it. And I didn't look at it the entire time. I kept it closed because I was like, no, I wanna see it the first time with you guys on camera.
The Orange County Chopper Miss Geico bike, and it's gotta be one of the coolest bikes. This is incredible. Also, as far as I know, this thing has not ran in 5 years. Now, the seller told me this thing had 2 surprise gifts along with it. That, I think, is one of them. Check this out. Holy cow, check this out. But they had a racing boat, and the race boat looked like this. In the past couple years, they stopped doing it. Check it out, this is huge. Whatever this is worth, this came with the bike.
So then I had my first real dilemma. I need to figure out how to get this thing out of the trailer and off the platform. And the best idea I came up with was tank straps plus East Coast banana equals easy. So possibly the first time in 5 years, the beautiful Miss Geico bike saw daylight and gracefully glided across the asphalt in true Orange County chopper fashion. Those scratches are still in the asphalt. Sorry, HOA. Yeah, we actually have an HOA here. They hate me. They hate me. And then something happened that even in my wildest dreams, I could not have expected.
Yeah, it's
I did this whole thing.
They say what?
I did all of this.
What do you mean?
I did all that. The supercharger, the tune, I did all of it.
You did this?
Yeah.
I thought Orange County Chopper did it. What did Orange County Chopper do?
They just did the bike. They built the bike.
You put this on here?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Swear to God.
So you're telling me that out of how many billion people in the world, the one guy that actually really built this thing, that knows a lot about this bike, is 2 doors down from it?
So you can tell me more about this bike then.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm probably one of the only people that's ever ridden this bike.
You rode it.
Huh?
The supercharger was touching your chest. You want to know what I paid for this thing?
Hopefully not more than 15.
$10,000.
Yes, $10,000. To put this into context, when this bike was originally built, it was valued at over $140,000.
Yeah.
Dude.
That ain't bad.
I'll give you 15 for it right now.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Let me.
I'll go home and get you cash and hand it to you. Take this and roll it right next door, just so I can have it back.
That was a legitimate offer. I had no idea that Bub was going to be walking out there. I'd known Bub before this, but I didn't really know him that well. It was kind of buying this bike in this moment that me and Bub kind of connected more, and we've done some projects since then. The thing about Bub is, 1, I don't think that's his real name. 2, the first time I met him, I walk away thinking, that guy's full of crap. I don't believe anything that guy says. And then after knowing him for a couple years, that dude's the man. That guy's legit. The stuff he's done, the stuff he's built, the people he knows, the stuff he's worked on, and his ability is next level. Crazy. So the fact that he's my neighbor is pretty awesome. But at the time, I didn't know whether to trust him. Now, 2 years later, he might be the only guy I trust.
I need to get it running. I want to ride it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride it.
You're going to ride it as far as like one loop and be like, I'm done. Paul Sr.'s a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
They used to send me all their bikes to tune them and
really
the actual like rideability of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't seen this thing in probably 8 years. Like, there's no way that bike is going to be sitting inside of that trailer.
That's the only video of anyone ever riding the bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's you on there?
Yeah. That's my shop down in Palm Beach.
How fast did you get it going? That's crazy. I saw that video.
I literally like took that thing 3 blocks and I was like, I'm done. I'm not riding this thing anymore.
Yeah. You're 4 inches from the supercharger.
Yeah.
Your arm is basically resting on the belt. Do you have any guess of what kind of horsepower it makes?
I'd say the only dyno that this thing had was like 197 horsepower. It was stupid.
That 190 was a rumor. I'm pretty sure it was a rumor. I don't know who started it, But I think they started the rumor because they knew that no one would ever actually test it. But we're going to, so we're going to find out.
197 horsepower is nuts. That's getting really close. Turbo Road King type of power. To put this in the context, the last Orange County chopper bike that I owned had like 58 horsepower. So that thing is nuts. Then he continues and gives me a wealth of information about this motorcycle, including the crazy ignition system that this bike has. So this runs off a C18.
Yeah.
That is it.
And dude, if you don't have anything in it up to that level, not gonna run great. 110 and up, you'll be okay.
Okay.
It's not like you're gonna go and run full throttle pulls on this thing. Trust me, you can't.
What engine is this?
If I recall, it was like a 131.
Did you build all the brackets to mount and everything like that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. This thing is nuts, dude. I mean, literally, dude, like quarter throttle, you slide right off the back of that thing.
Well, yeah,
like,
because
the bike just wants to pull away from
there's no seat there, and then
there's nothing. Yeah.
We will later find out that when we actually road trip the bike, whether what he's saying is true or not. And I can assure you, we find out it's 1,000% true.
I guarantee you, that's probably the battery that I put in on the side of the road.
Really?
I'm willing to bet money, dude.
Yeah, because no one else wants to drive the
I
thing.
guarantee it. Yeah. Battery here, starter here, just push button.
Oh, okay. So that's how you start it.
Yep, just push button, direct drive on the side. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 2 or 3 cranks out of a charged battery, and that's it. I have no idea what internally they did to it when they built the motor.
All right, so I got to make sure it's got the right fuel in it.
Fuel for sure. I can smell that it's already bad what's in there, so drain what you can.
Okay. Is this carbureted or fuel injected?
It's fuel injected.
And is that the what is that thing down there?
That's your ignition.
Okay. Is there a decompression?
It's automatic compression releases in the heads.
Oh, okay.
They're down, and then once the motor fires up and it's got compression, it'll push them up to seal the heads.
Oh, okay. That was his end?
So this is for your actual ignition to turn the bike on and off. You hear coils and stuff turn on and off.
Oh, okay.
So you pull, let me see, if I recall, you pull and turn. Was it a pull and quarter turn? Oh, the clip's missing. There's an orange race clip, like what you get on a jet ski. Did you get it?
No, I don't think I ever got
Like
that.
the red coil. Yeah, that's it.
I would have just thrown that away.
Yeah. Somebody's changed it. This was red.
So you're probably thinking about right now, oh, Bub coming out was planned. You guys planned this. You guys are smart people who are making videos. No, we're not that clever. We didn't plan it. If Bub didn't come out randomly, I would have had no idea how to start the bike. I would have thrown away the key accidentally because it doesn't look like a key, it's a cotter pin. We're just not that clever. It worked out. It worked out very well. Also, I was very, very sick. And you could still hear it in my voice. Talking was painful.
If you pull this one out, you hear everything turn on.
Yeah.
And you clip this in. That's how the bike stays running.
What?
So that, like right now, you have ignition and all your fuel system, everything's on.
So when you inevitably fly off the bike,
The bike will at least shut off, yeah.
the bike will shut off. That's safety right there. Now, most dealerships want nothing to do with these custom motorcycles, especially Orange County choppers. However, my buddy Dave is all about it. He knows what he's doing. So let's see what we got to do to get this thing running. BP Race Fuel is what champions drink. Don't drink BP Race Fuel. What up, Dave?
Oh, what up, Sean?
What's up, Dave?
Wow.
Miss Geico. Oh, it's not gonna fit that ramp. They're dragging on there.
Do you know how long it's been since it was even started?
Probably like 5 years. The first step is to drain out all the fuel so we can put good fuel inside of it. And then we had our first problem. Like we got a first fairly big problem. That's the fuel line right there. And it kind of disintegrated. The fuel line from the fuel tank to the engine was just disintegrated. We finally got that off. That's gonna have pretty much the same problem. It's really, really soft.
I'd rather replace it now than have gas dump all over us when we're trying to go down the road or
Exactly.
on a dyno.
It's a hydraulic clutch. If this fails while you're driving and it's in gear, you cannot disengage the engine from the wheels. Anything's gonna work while this thing's running, it's this. This is almost more important than the brakes, to be honest with you. And then we're ready to try to start it. You know what? And all this Orange County chopper talk has got me thinking about one of my favorite Bible verses, Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So problem number one, the starter button got stuck, and you're right. It was longer than I thought, though. It was more than one crank. That got that battery down pretty good. The starter stripped the gear.
Yep. Sprag clutch just took a crap.
I'm beginning to wonder, is there something majorly wrong with this bike? Is this thing gonna be a giant money pit?
I thought it would have ran a little bit longer. We're not getting fuel. So we're gonna we're gonna test the fuel pressure, which if we have bad fuel pressure, then I'd say the most likely culprit is a fuel pump. Pretty clean looking job for a
These guys did a
custom.
really good job. Being in the industry, you think, oh, dude, I loved when that dude built that. Or,
Right, and then you see it.
And then you see it, and you're like, really?
He never finished
You
it.
couldn't do this? Like,
Right.
man, they did a bang up job on this.
But the power's going to the pump.
We want to make sure that the pump is getting power.
We also realized that we never heard the fuel pump cycle on. So we took the old fuel pump and replaced it with a new one.
There we go.
There we go. Finally. All right.
I thought, hey, let's throw 12 volts up to it. I want to see what it does.
Nothing.
Nothing. We'll see. But that was the problem. All we have to do is wire it back up, and this thing should fire up. This thing should run on its own. All right, this is the big moment.
Come on now.
And just when I thought this was gonna start, this happened.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You just blew a fuel line. One of the fuel injectors.
As soon as it got enough pressure, it blew that line out. Before it even got fuel up to here.
This is all gonna have to come off.
So now we got to pull the supercharger off. And now we're getting into this bike much more than we thought. Potentially another reason why you don't want to buy an Orange County chopper. The whole supercharger has to come off. Supercharger, belts, pulleys, everything for us to change the one fuel line.
All right, hold on a second, turn the lights on. Now, I don't know what Paul's doing to stay healthy, but I also would like to be riding motorcycles until I'm about 120 years old, just like Paul. That's why I want to show you guys this. This is AG1. This is my daily health drink. I've been using this stuff for a couple years now. Big fan of it. It's good for gut health, it's good for energy, and it makes you feel like you're doing something good for your body. And if you know, I don't like vegetables. And I'm not exactly crushing kale salads in here because they're gross. These actually give you a boost of energy. It's a good way to start the day. And you know that AG1 is packed with superfoods, pre and probiotics, and vitamins. And if we know anything about superfoods, they're better than regular foods. All you need is just one scoop a day and then you are covered. If you want more energy in your body and you want to feel better, give the new AG1 flavors a try today. Through my link, get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs, plus free vitamin D3 and K2, and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. You can head over to drinkag1.com/bikesandbeards or click on the link below. There's still a mystery box in there that I forgot all about. Let's go see what it is. So my team kept this a secret from me. They knew about it. I had no idea what was in that box, or that there even was a box. eDocs. eDocs, I don't know what that, eDocs, I don't know how to say that, but it's something. Mater, Horla, I don't know what any of these things say. Les Jeevness. I don't know what any of these words are. The same thing. Cool looking box, all right. Miss Geico limited edition. It's got its own little watch band, a couple watch bands, 2 watch bands, and wow. So I had forgotten all about the watch. About an hour ago, when I remembered it, because I was watching the video, I was preparing for this, I went and looked and I found it, and then I did some research on it, and I found out that one, it's still on the website. They're still doing pre-orders for this watch, so I'm sure that I doubt they're still gonna do it. But they're selling the watch for $2,500 on pre-order. They were only ever gonna make 113 of them. So who knows? I don't know, maybe they only made 1. I have no idea. But I'm not a watch guy. That's a pretty cool watch. The goal is to be the first person to actually ride this bike at speed and on the highway. But first, we need to get it running. Then, get it on the dyno to see if it's as powerful as everyone says it is. Then, I will attempt to ride what I'm considering the most dangerous motorcycle I own, and I pray that it stays together.
I think we're gonna get it fired up right now. I don't foresee an issue with us getting it fired up whatsoever, man.
All right, let's fire it up.
Plug in the kill switch over there.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
And for the first time in who knows how long, we got it running. The next step is let's go to the dyno.
Yup.
Tune it, see what kind of power this thing puts down, and then I'm gonna ride it. We didn't show it, but we spent about a couple weeks on this bike. When I say we, I mean Dave spent a couple weeks on it, I spent a couple hours on it, trying to get this thing running right. We replaced the fuel pump and a bunch of other stuff, spark plugs, wires, all the hoses, did a lot of stuff to it, but we couldn't get, also a new starter, we couldn't get it to idle. It's hard to tell, but the idle was idling at like 3,700 RPMs, which is just, for this bike, is just screaming. And if you can't tell, I'm doing a pretty good job at hiding it. I am mildly scared of this bike. Because at this point, I'm thinking like, oh, this is 190 horsepower. I can deal with the power, that's fine. It's the ergonomics of it. And the fact that these tires are 8 years old. You feel like you're falling off the bike when you're just sitting on the bike. You feel like you're falling off the bike. Yeah, I'm a little scared of this bike. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are really angry about this motorcycle because it looks so cool, but it was never finished. And it was fitted with some amazing parts that a lot of you people would love to have on your own motorcycle. You can say what you want about Paul Sr., but the fact is, he was smart. I mean, he was really smart. What you might not get is, he was not a motorcycle builder. He was an entertainer. It seemed to me that when they started the show, they were building bikes for people, but not really people who actually rode motorcycles. And later, this is where it gets kind of interesting, is that you'll notice they pretty much only make motorcycles for businesses. Businesses wanted them because it was an advertising expense. They thought, hey, I can spend $200,000. I get my name all over the Discovery Channel for this one episode and this one build. It was a marketing and tax write-off for the business. And Orange County Chopper was making a bunch of money selling these motorcycles. Here's problem number one about this motorcycle and actual functionality of it. I'm about 6'2". To be able to get your foot up here to grab that, very hard. I should have been taking yoga classes for the past couple years. So in classic Orange County Chopper fashion, we pushed the bike to its next destination. You can tell how awesome a bike is by how many 12-point turns you gotta do to get anywhere. It's running now, but it's still not running the way we need it to be. But the only way for us to get it to the next level is to keep it running, look at the computer system, see what's going on, while keeping it cool with the dyno. I'm getting smarter in my old age. I brought my muffs. This'll hopefully keep my hearing.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove my hearing aid.
Dyno day is always a great day, unless the engine grenades and blows up, and extremely possible. So the bike started up great. Now we need to get the engine warm before we do a pull. But then we had a problem that no one expected. So here's the problem. Because this is a normal suspension is supposed to be like this. This is raked out so much that when you really get on the throttle, it compresses the suspension in, which is taking this thing off the drum, which is basically taking the bike off the dyno. We gotta fix it. And then just when I thought that we had it all figured out, things took a turn for the worse. And when I say worse, I mean potentially catastrophic. At this point, I'm thinking I messed up big. Like, this is a big deal. Also, I'm thinking this bike is cursed.
It overpressurized the oil and popped the oil cap again the second time. Your engine oil is right down there. That's what that is. Your oil bag is right underneath.
So here's kind of a big problem. You need traction on your tires so you don't slide out. That's, we all know that, because when you slide out, you probably wreck. If the oil plug pops, it's gonna dump oil all over the ground, which means your tire is covered in oil, which means you have no traction. which means your rear tire is basically on ice. This bike doesn't seem to be able to run for more than a few seconds at a time, but in classic Bikes and Beards fashion, the right person at the right time happens to randomly show up willing to help. This is Sammy. Sammy is a retired Harley-Davidson tech and an expert in building and drag racing motorcycles, which means he has a very unique understanding of extremely heavily modified bikes. He suggested that it was overpressuring because it was overfilled. So we drained some of the oil out and hope for the best. So the problem was the throttle position sensor. So it has to tell the computer where the throttle's at, so that tells everything else what's going on. This was falling down, and it was giving it the wrong reading, which does not sound like a problem that they would have had initially. So I'm wondering if when we plug that in, we're gonna see another series of problems. We'll see what happens. Now, that was not the actual problem. We found out that that was a problem. That was one of the many problems that we were gonna find with this bike. It had a lot of problems. Running out of gas. So the first horsepower numbers that I heard of for this bike was 197 horsepower. That's insane. That's a lot of power. You'd be hard pressed to find even heavily modified Harleys hitting over 150. Then I did a little bit more digging and I saw this article that claims this bike is a 300 horsepower custom motorcycle. A 300 horsepower chopper. So that makes this bike insane. Now let's assume that maybe that rating is a little bit high, that rating is just on the dyno and it's actually like 15% less. So let's say conservatively, it might be 255 horsepower. So it might still be the most powerful Orange County chopper to ever come out of Paul Sr.'s garage. It was not some big, giant, beefed up motor. When we talked to Stephen Thompson, the guy who put the motor together, it's his supercharger. He designed a supercharger for this. This is a one-of-one build. When we talked to him, he said it was a stock Evo motor. What was I was hoping for big numbers. Like 190. We can pretty much take that blower off and get the same amount of power.
I don't think you would.
No. We know that this is a high compression motor.
Right.
Why would you have a high compression motor with a bunch of boost in it?
Right. 140, that's pretty insane for a stock Evo motor. What we were told is a stock Evo motor. Now remember, this was built years ago, so sometimes paperwork gets lost, sometimes no one ever had paperwork, sometimes people forget, they get stuff confused, but we're told by the guy who built it, this is a stock Evo motor. That's more than my Harley-Davidson CVO, my 2025 CVO ST bike. That's pretty impressive. It was still not running right. We're gonna find more about that in a little bit.
I've told you before, it's a work of art. Show
it off.
It's like Mona Lisa. She ain't very pretty to look at, but everybody loves to look at her, right?
Well, let's go ride it. The bike was never finished. It was never wrapped up. There's always some gremlin about this motorcycle that made it just not done. And if it was ever ridden, people would have realized that. All the bike was needed for was to push around the shows and start up and hear the whistle and show how cool it is and show that it runs. Maybe at best, someone was stupid enough to hop on it, put it in gear, and drive it into the trailer. Which is why I'm slightly concerned about riding this motorcycle. Can a bike that was never finished and basically meant to be a work of art, can that handle staying together, staying a bike, and can it handle doing big boy motorcycle things? That's the scary question. Now, I cannot wait to ride this motorcycle. This is gonna be fun. What's the kickstand at? I need some open straightaway. After we all got a chance to take it for a little stroll in the parking lot, just to check it off our bucket list, and it didn't explode, I was ready to take it for a real test drive. So after riding this bike for about 0.1 miles, it was very clear to me that this bike, 1, was awful, 2, was made for Stretch Armstrong, or Shaq, I don't know. Out of every motorcycle I've ever ridden, this was by far the most uncomfortable one I've ever ridden. But I came this far, so let's keep on trying to ride it.
It's like nothing, and then like 30% throttle. Oh, you know what I mean? It wasn't doing that before. Was it doing that for you? It was? Yeah. All right, let me drive that. Maybe it's doing it the whole time.
At this point, I have solidified myself in the record books for being the only person to ride this the longest and the fastest. Also, take a look at my camera guy. He's stuck riding on the back of someone else's bike. I made fun of him for the next, I don't know, 3 months because of this. Also, he didn't know how to ride a motorcycle.
It stopped accelerating on the highway.
The throttle position sensor screw backed out and fell off the bike, which is why the throttle felt so weird when I first started riding, and why it had no throttle at higher RPMs. But I'm not gonna give up yet. So we went to the hardware store to buy another screw, and then took the bike back to the shop to install it and fill it with gas, because apparently it only gets 3 miles per tank, and replace a battery because we realized that the charging system didn't work. Another aspect of this bike that probably never worked.
Run out of gas?
I don't know. It just died. It was spitting and sputtering at that stoplight.
It sounded like it was running out of gas again.
There's no way. I was revving it up because I was trying to keep it running because I was idling down too much. And then I tried to get to the intersection. It was like, nope. Love it. Best bike I ever owned. Most definitely the most reliable for sure.
Get you to point A. Point A.
And so after this video happens, I send the bike over to my friend Craig at the Bearded Mechanics. I'm thinking if anyone can fix it, Craig can fix it, or he'll figure out who can fix it. Also, around this time, I'm apparently making friends with some people online by a guy named Paul Sr. And when I say friends, I mean he hates me.
I never said you gotta do this. I don't think so. No. Jay Leno hates you. Your mustache is small. That's not what I said, and you know it.
So I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, some of you haven't, but Paul Sr. has made a reaction video on my video. And he said some things that I cannot remain silent on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to touch on a few things that a few people out there have been saying about my bike building abilities, and I'm going to reiterate on it what the actual truth is.
The second coolest Orange County chopper ever built.
That was a cool bike.
Yeah, it was a cool bike.
Yeah, definitely.
The first Orange County chopper bike I got was the Corporal Punishment. I think it's Corporal Punishment, and it was uncomfortable to ride. The guy who sold it to me was like, I can't ride it I can't physically ride the bike anymore. Although he's absolutely underpowered, and it was definitely one of their cheaper bikes. You know, when you build a bike to give away to someone, and you're doing a bunch of these, and Discovery Channel is paying for the budget, yeah, they're going to do the cheapest possible thing because they want to make as much money. I'm not bashing that. I think we put it on the dyno, and it was like 50 horsepower. Kind of after the big.
So I'm going to stop this for a second. What I want to touch on first is I built this bike for Geico, and the conversation was that he wanted something that looked like a race boat and looked like it could go fast. His whole objective to that was he gets the bike. He doesn't care whether the bike runs as long as the bike looks good. That was the deal I had on him. So as far as him saying, the mechanical work and stuff on the bike. Well, that was not part of my agreement.
Pause.
And
I never said anything about mechanical work on that bike. My assumption, and maybe this is a wrong assumption, is if you build a motorcycle, it's built to ride. But later we did find out, and this is one of the tragedies of that bike, we did find out that bike that was never the intention of the bike, which is kind of ironic, is that one, there was multiple hands that got a hold of this bike. The fact that this thing has sat for 6 years, it's kind of like, what happened to it now?
And I think that's where, you know, he's assuming what he wants to assume to draw, to get the attraction and the.
Pause it. Is it that far-fetched? I don't think it's a stretch of an assumption to assume that a motorcycle is made to be ridden.
So he's full of crap. Secondly, the bikes that I built that he's talking about, I built thousands of bikes. I built bikes everywhere in the world, and 90% of the bikes I built, I didn't have any comebacks, and that's a fact.
He's going to say later in the video that these were quality parts put together. Yes, S&S motor, and actually the one we had was a stock Evo motor. I did say it was weak. You got a 300 back tire on it. I said for me, I wanted more horsepower. Sean said this, here's my rebuttal. That's not actually what I said.
Of course, there's a half a dozen or a dozen bikes out there that, like Harley or anybody else that builds bikes, has issues with. Right. I'm not sure whether the issues he's talking about are real or he's making them up. I don't really know that. But I know one thing, that I have a bike.
Now, making these videos, from the very first one, even my first Orange County chopper I bought, I suspected that Paul at some point in time would see this video. And I'm a nice guy. I'm not trying to make enemies. I'm not trying to be mean to anyone. I'm not trying to tear anyone's business down. You know, the last thing I want is for him to sell less bikes and make less money because of something I said, because of my opinion, because I don't think my opinion is that valuable. So I've always been very cautious about what I'm trying to say, and that the things I'm saying are not hurting someone personally or anything like that. And I think I did a pretty good job at it. He's straw man at me, but that's fine.
In New York, that's a 2003 that I built for somebody in the same style, which we call the 6-up bike, which we did a production line of those, and we had dealerships everywhere in Canada and everywhere, and the callbacks were zero. Those bikes were built to ride. Everything on those bikes were quality parts, so I think he's full of crap.
I think he's confusing what I said about the first bike and talking that into the next bike. First bike was a cheaper built bike. And you can look at it and you'd be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? It was a frame they pulled off the shelf, and they put parts on, and they did a custom paint job, and they did a custom seat. You know what I mean? Like, not much of it was very custom. The Orange County chopper bike, the next level. Like, I would say it's like the pinnacle of Orange County chopper builds. Like, very extremely custom.
So he bought this wife off her, was Gary, my best buddy Gary. He bought it off his wife.
Miss
And
Geico.
in reality, I know what he paid for the bike. He paid less than $10,000. So basically, he stole the bike from him.
Which I did steal it. At that price, I stole it. I feel like I've made it pretty clear that I'm super excited about the Miss Geico bike. Take a look around my shop. Tell me what you see. Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped about the bike.
What a drama queen.
Yeah, but it is a great looking bike.
Did Paul Sr., did you just say that? This guy.
Every time I come out here, Vinny's doing a job and you're holding his hand. I don't respect the person that does the same thing over and over.
That's in your contract, that you need to abide by.
And that supercharger on it was just amazing.
He could not duplicate that in a million years.
Pause it. The supercharger was amazing. The bike is incredible. But then Paul says something, he doesn't know who I am. If I had a million years, I could duplicate it.
You got it from his wife. You stole it from his wife.
When I say I stole it, I mean like I got a great deal on it. When he says I stole it, I kind of feel like it's kind of a negative thing. You rode it.
That's not true. Kevin rode the bike. I rode the bike.
Gary Geico was his buddy. Someone told me that like he kind of built it for cost.
Now the guy that did the supercharger was just a nice guy.
Yeah, great.
He had a lot of issues. He had a lot of issues getting that thing going. But he supplied it for nothing.
The reason I did not sell it to my buddy Bub was because I have a plan for it, and I'm not done with that plan yet.
And the bike never got dialed in. That I'll say, never got dialed in. There was a lot of issues with that supercharger.
Everything about
Okay,
it.
so he just said it right there. I think it is a work of art, and I think it's a shame it never got dialed in. The guy who we gave it to was happy. It served the purpose that it was serving. Why go in anymore? Like, I get it, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. And then when I started realizing that, oh, this bike has never been finished, it never got dialed in, and I'm not bashing anyone, and then it put me on a new mission of, I'm gonna dial this bike in. Anytime you have a custom vehicle that that's never been seen before, everyone who looks at it is gonna be like, well, this doesn't make any sense. But it made sense to the guy who put it together, and there's no manual for it. So like that stuff is tough, and we do understand that.
This thing was like 197 horsepower. It was stupid.
197 horsepower?
It went in the bike.
I could not get anyone else to confirm how much power it had, but he never done it for power. As far as I know, we're the only ones that did that. It got 140, but it still wasn't running right. And we never talked to anyone who firsthand saw any numbers like that on the dyno.
This guy's a real drama queen, isn't he?
Makes good.
He reminds me of a salesman.
Does it remind you of you?
Sells clicks.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good.
So that thing is not, there's no way. We'll find out. And what's even more nuts is the only video I ever saw of
I'm not sure if I like him too much, though. I'm not so sure how we'd get along, you know?
Paul, come on. We'd get along.
What engine is this?
If I recall, it was like a 131.
Okay.
If I recall.
Might have been an H&L.
Specs on it.
Did you build all the brackets to mount and everything like that?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. That is insane.
It was not a 131.
I mean,
it was definitely not a 131.
Right,
it's not built to drive, you know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, it's not built for driving. We should have known that.
Everyday rider. It's not.
That battery's not dead.
Not dead.
It will be. I will make it an everyday rider. I want it to be an everyday rider. Not for the sake of like, wow, look at me. For the sake of like, it's an Orange County chopper bike. I daily drive it.
Man, I don't know where we're going here. He likes the bike, you don't like the bike, you're bragging about the bike.
I never said I don't like the bike.
Usually people that downplay people have low esteem. So they need to build themselves up, you know what I mean?
They're down, and then once the motor fires up,
not the first.
That's true. I agree with that. Paul's a wise man.
A guy like him that knows everything can't figure out a thing on the bike. Like, what is this? What is that?
Okay, I don't claim to know everything. I'm trying to learn stuff.
How's that work? I thought he was the guru.
I would have just thrown that away.
Yeah.
You remember Geico Gary?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. He passed away. He passed away almost 2 years ago with cancer.
That's how they got the bike.
That's how they got the bike. The bike wound up in the moment. His wife called me, asked me if I was interested. At the time, I wasn't, with 100 bikes. I'm not so sure how this guy got involved.
So I did, however, get the chance later to ask Paul if he wanted to buy the bike back. And he made it extremely clear that he wanted nothing to do with that motorcycle. It's kind of like the girl that got away, but when she got away, you were super happy she got away.
Too bad he's pretty much all about himself, you know?
Man, I didn't know I was all about. I have never been accused of being a bike builder. So for that, thank you, Paul.
I just think he's just too busy criticizing everything that people do, But bring him to the table, and let's see what he really can do. Because everybody can talk a game. He talks a game. That's what he does. He pretty much talks a game, He don't know who I am. He doesn't have a clue who I am. He doesn't have a clue how I got to where I got. You know what I'm saying? But
anyone as successful as Paul is worked very, very hard to get there.
I'd like to talk to this guy, you know what I mean? Maybe he's not a bad guy. It's just that I think if he knew who I really am, he'd have a different opinion of who I am, what I know, and what I really do. Because that guy's probably, what do you think, he's 40 years old or something?
Probably about.
Yeah, so I'm
38, represent. What he did for the motorcycle community, it's humongous. Tons of respect. No one expects that your bike, after sitting for so long, it's going to run perfect.
I don't think he could come near what I could do on a bike opposed to what he can. So, I mean, I could go on watching this, but I think the guy
He's
I
just
think
going
the
by
guy-
what he
I
sees
think
on
the-
TV, and
Huh?
he's going by what he sees on
Yeah,
TV.
exactly,
And
but how
social
many people
media.
do you know?
I am going off of what we saw on TV. The stuff we saw about that bike is all the information that we have about that bike.
And
But how many
social
people
media.
do you know label me?
Right.
And then when they meet me,
Oh, 100%.
it's a whole different thing. So he's just one of those guys. I'd like to see what he's really capable of doing, and I'd really like to see his opinion of me in front of me.
Right.
I'd like to see if he's willing to say the things that he's saying.
I've already said my opinion in previous videos. You can say what you want about Paul Sr., but the fact is, he was smart. I mean, he was really smart.
He's a social media thug.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, him and
I
the
didn't
bearded
know.
mechanic. He's the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy, the bearded mechanic. He's another guy.
It's news to me that I'm a YouTube thug.
The history they got posted, the history I got is minimal, you know. So it's like either one of these guys got bearded.
Beards and bikes.
If I watched
Oh,
some of his crap, I probably did. But they both have an invitation. They want to get on the phone with me. They want to do a Zoom or something like that. Whatever they want to do, they want to come here. They want me to come there. Let's get it on. You know what I mean? They hide behind, like I said, the social media. Get him out here. Let's do something. I'll shut his mouth for him.
So you're calling him out and the other guy out?
I'm calling both of those guys out, yeah.
So
I'm not afraid. But you know what? We'll put it on our social media and call these guys out, and let's see whether they're real or not. Because I don't...
Well, I am real. We did contact him. We are going to reach out.
Anybody that operates on that level, where I come from, you're a punk. You're not the real deal. Yeah, so I think at this point I'd like to call these guys out, let them get, let them come out behind their hidden curtain, social media thug kind of thing that these guys do, and let's see what happens. I'm all about it. Let's see who the real deal is.
So because I guess I'm living in like bizarro world, the upside down, I don't know what life, where I'm living, I get challenged by Paul Sr. to a biker build-off. Like, that's crazy. And of course, like an idiot, I accept his challenge. A challenge in which I am completely unqualified for. So to start things off, we get on a phone call. And this guy who at one point in time is, yelling at me and calling me names on the internet, I find out that dude's a really, really nice guy. And my whole perception changes, and I'm like, I gotta win this guy over. Also, I got Craig in on the build, which is gonna make things a lot more fun. If this is gonna end up being a build, YouTubers versus you, let's do it. That sounds fun. By the time we're done, me and Paul will be the bestest of friends. Straight up, #besties. So I'm over here at Orange County Choppers, and I got a bone to pick with Paul Sr. Paul, come on, man. Hey, Paul, where you at? So obviously, I just so happened to have stumbled in and was filming at a moment where Paul was going into one of his rages and he was throwing a chair. I just happened to be holding an old gas tank that I threw back at him. Normal Paul Sr. stuff. Actually, Paul was so down for doing stuff like this. If you're like, Paul, let's throw chairs. Let's do this. He was such a fun guy, like a really, really fun guy to hang out with. And we spent the whole day together. We had a blast. So me and Craig are here to meet up with Paul Sr. face to face and accept the fact that we're gonna do a build and agree to terms of the build. I don't know how this is gonna play out. We really don't have anything planned. So this should be a lot of fun. But at this point in the video, I had not met him in person and I had no idea what to expect.
Paul challenged us to a build-off, so I figured I might as well come down and see what he's got to offer.
We're building 2 bikes in the build-off. It's me, Craig, Paul.
That's 3.
Anytime I get the chance to spend some quality time with my best buddy Craig is always a great time. I think there's a bike we need to get running. You think we can get it running?
Try it.
The first thing I saw when I pulled it back, I'm like, I want to get that bike running. So in proper Bikes and Beards fashion, we decided to get it running, and without asking anyone for permission. It's like one of those situations where if you carry a ladder and a safety vest, you can do anything. Apparently, if you have a beard and a cameraman, no one's gonna stop you. This bike has seen better days. You think the battery's good?
A lot of switches. There's a key?
The key is in.
Do you think they leave the keys in because they know nobody's going to steal it?
No one's gonna try. No one's dumb enough to try to start it. They crank.
It's close.
How you doing?
Scott, is it starting for you?
We're trying to get it started.
It's been a while since we turned it on.
Yeah. Where do you think the? Oh.
Oh, how about that?
It just suction cups on there. Makes
sense.
This is where the temp gauge is.
All right.
You would never see that. I'm not bashing the bike. I'm just making. I'm just making a comment.
Let's give it the juice. Put the extra jewels to it here. Come on, girl.
And after a few moments of cranking this thing over, we realized we had a bigger problem.
That's not gas coming out of there.
Water?
I think so. Look.
That's not gas.
That's not gas.
What if we pulled the plug, squirted some fuel inside there? How are we gonna make it home? Once we get this thing running.
I don't know. You're gonna have to sit on my lap, I guess.
So this is the moment where it went from, let's try to get this random bike that's sitting outside of this building fired up, to I'm borrowing this bike, and if we get it fired up, I'm riding it home. Any chance I can borrow a spark plug socket, like a 13/16? Maybe some starting fluid also? All right.
That's from Jim.
Cool.
This is from Craig. He says we're not responsible if it blows the motorcycle up.
These guys are treating us pretty well. A lot of places will just be like, you're out, get out. You're not paying us any money. See that chopper sitting across the street?
Yeah.
We're trying to get that running.
That's yours?
No.
Oh.
But we're trying to get it running. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's dead. It's got one bar now. Yeah, it doesn't like that.
Now, old folklore will tell you that if you complain about an Orange County chopper 3 times, he appears.
Okay, I don't like those battery packs.
Hate them.
Hate them. When you stand up really fast, you get that lightheadedness. It's fun.
You guys would have to know what you're doing just a little bit to get the bike running.
Oh, man.
We were told to wait here and hang out here. We knew Paul was going to be coming around the corner, but what you're seeing on camera is actually the first time we ever met Paul in person. It was pretty cool. It was very cool.
You know, Paul.
How you doing, bro?
You want to help us try to push this thing?
How you doing,
No
Paul?
pushing, man. I'm done with the pushing, especially with those 240 tires. They don't want to do it, you know? These are good bikes. I sold a lot of these bikes. When I used them, okay, they were good. They were good motors. Everybody in my shop loved them. Rode a little bit, they started making noises and stuff, you know, so I stopped using them. Maybe we should go have lunch and we'll get it started up. And
Let's do that. That's a great idea.
do that. Take it down the road.
This one or another one?
This one.
All right, let's do it. So we agreed to get lunch first, and then we'll get the old chopper running. And then Paul led us through the Orange County Chopper Roadhouse Museum, and we went straight towards the VIP room, where I was planning on giving the food the same review I give on the choppers. You were Orange County Chopper before the show started.
Yes.
That was the name of your thing.
Yes. But it was Orange County Ironworks before that. You know, you had to go by the rules. We didn't have any rules. None.
You were the reason that they made rules.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
And then I finally got to ask him the question that we were all wondering. Is there one bike that you're like, if I get the chance to get that back, you would buy it back? Is it the Miss Geico bike?
No. No.
So we sat down, we had lunch with Paul, and we got to ask him tons of questions. Probably about a 45-minute, maybe an hour and 15-minute lunch. He was an open book, was cool with telling us all this stuff, and we had a great time. The coolest thing, the biggest thing that I remember from this, when we were with Paul, we'd go to the Roadhouse, we ate for free. We sat in a special room, we always ate for free. It was awesome. He always ate for free. I think Paul eats all of his meals there for free. The other thing is, Paul tells us, it's kind of threw me away, it's kind of like threw me back. He's like, oh yeah, I don't eat red meat anymore. Or he's like, I don't eat any meat. And we're like, oh, you don't eat any meat? That's crazy. And but then he's like, yeah, all I eat is gator bites. And we're like, what? I didn't have the heart to tell him. You don't tell him either. Paul's thinking he's not eating meat. Also, I got to have one of those gator bites. They were amazing, and they were meat.
What advice would you have for a couple of young guys like us, in many ways following in your footsteps of being performers with motorcycle stuff?
That's a tough question, too.
Let's say switch to cars.
There you go.
So we had a great conversation about life, the Orange County Chopper TV show, and just motorcycles, you know, just guy stuff. And then the food arrived, and to my delight, the food was great. And Paul even shared his alligator bites with me. You got any chairs in the shop that we can throw? That you want to maybe have a chair throwing competition?
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
The big thing we used to do is go break through doors. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Do you have a door we can break through and then just let us know what it
doors
costs?
are hard doors, aren't they?
What's your go-to bike right now?
I have a chopper. It's in the shop over there.
I have to test drive the bike that he rides himself. The raked out chopper that Paul Sr. at 75 is still riding. I gotta ride that. So this is just your basic stock Harley Sportster, is that right?
Yeah. This was the Apache. Remember that helicopter? Kind of Super Duty helicopter. We built that for them.
For the Army?
Yes.
Or like Lockheed or something like that?
No, I think it was the Army. Some of these bikes, like this Falling Hero, the lady's son got killed in action. It's real ammo, real rifles. The mines on there is pretty cool, you know?
That's a really cool looking bike.
Yeah, it's a cool bike. Look all around here. When I came down here, I had 2 40-foot containers filled, but it took me like 3 weeks to put all this stuff up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we built this bike, Vanessa.
I'll give you 25 grand right now.
You don't even have to get it off the case. I'll
You'll
get
pick it right off
Yeah.
there.
I love that bike. It's such a cool looking bike.
You know, people have a lot of things to say about the way we built bikes, and they're cookie cutters, but if you look at these bikes and look at the engineering in these bikes, it's pretty incredible.
The Miss Geico bike is a beautiful bike.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that bike.
No, really?
No, not really.
I'm not crazy about the seat. I was told it's a battery. It was the battery pad that you put inside of like a battery box.
Yeah.
It's this big.
Yeah, you're not going cross country on that, right?
No.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I don't think that was a challenge.
Yes, it was.
So this bike here is the first bike that we did, period.
That's what launched everything?
That's what launched everything. That was the documentary. When they called me, they said, we want to do a 1-hour documentary on building a bike in Laconia. And so that was the first bike that we built, period.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like a lot of these bikes you see, we built those bikes out of our own pockets. We built them as a tribute, you know, the fireman bike, the POW, the Christmas bike. And you know, when you're in it, these bikes, you look at that bike, right? 5 weeks, start to finish.
That's crazy.
Paint, everything. Every bike was
I don't know how
5
you
weeks,
do
that was it. You know what I mean?
It's having that vision, being able to pull it off, man. Like,
So this here, you want to talk about this? We built this for the biker build-off. And we said, let's do something really crazy. This is lithium battery. When you lay down on this, you hit a button and it picks you straight up.
How fast did you go with it? How
Not fast.
Like
Not fast.
10? You took so much hate from building this bike on that build-up.
Heat, boy.
Everyone was hating on you.
They were booing me up on stage.
Is there at all any possible way that, and I'll even cover the cost of the battery, would I be able to test drive this? I'll even cover the insurance costs. If someone could tell me what type of battery it needs to belong, I can supply the battery. We'll get a safer one than what you had before.
We'll do it.
Paul hit me up a couple weeks later. Actually, a couple different times. He really wants me to buy that 3-wheeler. I'm on the fence. It is a cool bike. Maybe I will buy it, but I'm still on the fence about it. I'm still dealing with his last bike. But that one seems cool though. Very unique. So Paul gave us a tour of the museum and filled us in on some really interesting OCC stuff.
So you want to go over to the shop?
Yeah, let's go see the shop.
Let's go to the shop.
Paul Sr. is taking us to his secret shop. He's consolidated. We're going to go see it. I'm excited to see it. So before we discuss the rules of the build and the regulations and what we have to abide to, I'm going to take this opportunity to try to convince Paul Sr. to reveal to me all his secrets and tips about building a motorcycle. I've never built a motorcycle, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Got everything you need?
Everything I need.
Did you make that frame right there?
No. We don't make our frame.
So then a frame comes in, then what do you do?
We'll throw the motor in and the rear tire, and we'll line the trans in the motor and the rear tire.
Okay.
Then you can do the fender.
Okay.
Once you got everything centered out, you know, the gas tank is the gas tank. This is going to get the 131 in it. 360 tire. It's got a 21 5.5 front rim on it. It's crazy.
That wide?
Yeah. And it's a 21-inch.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
What's that going to feel like? That's not going to want to turn very well.
No, 300 tires don't turn well.
Like these are all customers' bikes, right?
Yes.
You're pretty booked?
Yeah.
You have a lot of people?
I do. Besides these, I have 2 more that we're going to build, yeah. In the back there is a mess now because we had to move everything, but there's a couple bikes back there.
Is that a Janus bike?
Yes, it is.
Where'd you get this guy?
We did a show with him. It's a cool bike.
It is?
I rode it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool looking bike. Wow, there's the Riley Gaines bike.
Yeah.
That's a custom chassis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Custom frame. Can I sit on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, this is neat. The rub bronze look or whatever that is. That's cool.
Bigger handlebars on it. This would be a really fun bike to ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty light. How many miles is she going to put on this bike a year?
None.
Maybe 2,000, 3,000?
None.
Let me know. Riley Gaines, I know you're watching this video, and if you want to, I can keep the bike safe for you. Also, if you want to learn how to ride it, we can teach you. Just hit us up. I don't think Riley watches the channel. A surprise to me too. She never hit me up. I've hit Paul up multiple times, like, Paul, give me that bike. she ain't coming back for it. She's gonna sit there. I'll ride it. Paint something else on the tank. Can't ride a bike with another girl on the tank, but let me ride it. I'll ride it. I'll have fun with it. It was a cool bike. It was a really cool bike. So, Paul, look at that bike. What's the deal with this guy?
That's one of my bikes.
Is that the one you like to ride?
I ride that one back there.
When did you build this bike?
About 12, 13 years ago.
Look at this. Look where the passenger pegs are up here.
Are they real? They fold out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, they're real. That's a soft tail. I just got everything mounted to the frame.
Care if I sit on it?
No, go ahead.
That'd be a pretty good ride.
Yeah, it's a nice ride.
What do they call these cantilever front ends?
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that.
It's comfortable though, right, to sit in?
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Your legs are exactly where you want them to be. My arms are just under level. This thing run right now?
You want to open that door, Jim? Hold on a second. It's a little low. You're not going far, right?
Nah, I won't go more than 50. Feels great.
It's a cool bike.
You hit. I hit a bump. I go to hit a bump, and I'm bracing for the impact.
No.
I'm holding my teeth.
No.
And it's nice and smooth.
I'm telling you, when you're going down the highway, like just cruising down the road, and you're doing 60, 70 miles an hour, you feel like you're in a spaceship, man. There's nothing better feeling than being on a bike like this and cruising.
The bike was significantly more comfortable than any other Orange County Chopper bike I've ever ridden in my life. And then Paul Sr. said something to me that I never expected him to say. I'll have to come back and take it for a real ride.
We'll go out. We'll put him on my trailer, and we'll go up to where my home is, an hour north from here. It's all the country, and there's really beautiful roads. And go out riding.
Hashtag besties. Craig, gonna take it for a spin?
Nah, I'm all right. I don't want to do something stupid.
This is 24 over. I've gone 40 over.
40 over.
Problem that I have with these bikes, and it's not really a problem, but if you're going slow, it's hard to keep it straight.
It's got that peace sign. Are you a hippie deep down at heart?
I'm a hippie, man. I'm a flower child. When you're going down the road and there's people are looking, you know, they're like, what is that? Because you don't see a lot of these bikes, you know?
No lights. That's a big wheel.
Heavy too, try and pick it up.
Yeah, dang.
So let's talk about this bike build.
So then we spent the next 20 minutes discussing, arguing, and fighting over the rules and regulations of the build. And after some tough negotiations, we came to an agreement. The biggest holdup was that Craig wanted to do the build in China. But I said, no, Craig, this biker build-off needs to be done in America. For the viewers, the orphans, the troops, the first responders, NASCAR drivers, Kelsey Waller, and that pretty little lady at home that wants to go with you. I forgot all about that. I forgot we made that. That's funny. Craig didn't actually want to do the biker build-off in China. He wanted to do it in Russia. Nah, I didn't want to do it in Russia. We all wanted to do it in America. But it's still funny though. Also, if you don't know who Kelsey is my friend Mike's wife And back then, I knew they used to watch the channel, but I knew they used to watch the channel, but I didn't know if they're still watching the channel. So every once in a while, like my friends, my close friends, I'll kind of like I'll name drop their name in there to see if a couple weeks later I get a text message, hey, I saw the video, but they don't watch the channel anymore. Forget you, Kelsey.
And here are the rules. 1, no, this is not for anyone specifically. This is not directed towards any one person, but no electric fire breathing lay down trikes. Just throwing that out. That's the first rule. Second rule, this is not gonna be a frame up build. We have to start with a production titled motorcycle, and there's a budget of $3,000 on the purchase of that bike. It's trying to keep this somewhat obtainable, that the things that we're gonna do, anyone else can do. The other rule is there's a budget limit of $15,000 that includes the purchase of the bike and all the parts. And if you spend less than $3,000 on the purchase of your bike, you have a little bit more money to spend on your bike. So free tools and labor is allowed. If you have a buddy who wants to help you paint the thing, hey, you have a buddy who wants to help you paint the thing. Now, Paul said when they were doing the TV show, they only had 5 weeks to build these motorcycles. We only have 6 weeks. Probably the toughest one to convince Paul to get on board with this. Each YouTube channel, my channel, Paul Senior Unchained, and then Craig's The Bearded Mechanic channel, they have to do a poll on their YouTube channel saying, what country of origin do I have to get my bike from? We are gonna make sure that Paul Senior gets completely out of his element, has to custom do a Japanese motorcycle. That's gonna be awesome. Winner is determined by you guys, the audience, and we'll get into more of that in a later video. And the bike must be rideable at least 65 miles an hour. Also, the build is not limited to a chopper. I don't know if anyone's gonna build a chopper. Maybe Paul will, I don't know. And those are the rules. Also, I got to do something off of my bucket list. Living out my dream of throwing something at Paul Senior and getting thrown a chair by Paul Senior. So I'm over here at Orange County Choppers, and I got a bone to pick with Paul Senior. Oh, shoot. Paul, come on, man. All right, so I got to fulfill pretty much all of my lifelong dreams and aspirations in one day, but we're gonna get that chopper running because I didn't fly the whole way to Florida to not get an Orange County chopper running. In classic Orange County chopper form, we're pushing this motorcycle. But unlike most of my Orange County chopper experiences, we're gonna get this thing running with the guy that built it.
This thing shoots flames. I don't know how to do it though.
I saw the spark plug back there.
Oh, that's how you plug it in. This is where the fuel comes out of, and then it gets ignited from the spark plug. Where we get this thing running. Hopefully we get that thing to fire up, shoot flames. Apparently it shoots flames.
Flat. Is it around the parking lot okay?
And that was the last time we ever saw Craig. Yep, he's gone. He fell in love with that bike.
Want me to rip one? You gonna rip one? I'll rip one, you rip one.
Rip one. I said stop driving it like your grandmother. Drive it the way Paul Senior would drive it.
They were amazing bikes.
It seems idle good too. Oh no.
Dang it.
Will it fire up?
Hopefully. Oh, we got it.
Show us how it's done, Paul.
I think Paul likes us.
I don't think he's gonna be able to do it.
Pretty sweet bike.
It is. Yo, how cool is that? We found an OCC bike sitting in front of the OCC restaurant, and we were allowed to pull it in the OCC garage
to get it running.
We got it running with OCC Senior himself.
Yeah.
Not a bad Saturday. If I bring that Miss Geico bike back, can you make that a Softail?
No.
Hey, Paul, I got some stuff for you. Moon pies come from Tennessee. I later found out that you probably would not be interested in this, but your wife might be. But this is Uncle Nearest. He was the guy that taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey.
Is this an odd whiskey to find, or is it?
It's very popular in Tennessee. Got you a Nashville shirt.
Oh, that's a nice shirt.
Got you these on the plane. Thought you'd appreciate those. I didn't know when I got on the Tennessee whiskey that Paul had been sober for like 40-something years. I didn't know. No one told me. I don't think, maybe it was, they talked about it on the show. At the show, it seemed like he had anger issues. I just assumed he was drinking. But apparently, he wasn't. So, I'm sorry. I didn't try that. Sorry.
That's funny. It's more than I got you.
Yeah, that's all right.
So that was a fun little day, right? For a little while.
It was good to finally meet you. Hope,
yeah.
Hope there's no hard feelings.
No. I've been rattled more than that. I've been rattled with better people than you.
Yeah, much better than me. I have decided to make things even harder on myself and build a bike mostly out of trash and a few things on Amazon. Now, you might not believe this, but I'm about to win.
No way.
What's up, Craig?
How was your trip?
It was good.
Oh my word, it's amazing.
There she is. You like that?
I do. All I knew is you bought a burnt Triumph.
Yeah.
And I purposely didn't want to watch.
Check this out.
Oh, that's wild. What is that?
Anti-tank round.
50. Oh yeah. How did you do that?
I cut the end of the thing off and glued it onto the.
Oh wow. This is mine.
You made a Road Glide?
I did.
This is incredible. Oh, this seat feels amazing.
I didn't sew my seat.
Dude, I love this.
That came out really
That
good,
looks
right?
so good.
What were those boat tail AMF Harleys? They were white, and then they had that weird back end fender on. But this was the logo, so this is the play on the AMF. That would have been on the side.
I really like that. The frame was already painted black, right?
Yeah, the frame was already black. So Porsche, with the motor and stuff.
Right.
So this is like a Porsche white.
Is it?
It's our take of a Porsche white. How about we say that? 6-piston radial brakes on the front. Since I was charged with American, I tried to do as much U.S. stuff as possible.
Yeah, it looks good. I got a confession to make, Craig. I've probably only put about a quarter mile on my bike since it was built, and I might have a little bit of work I still have to do to it.
I finished mine in the parking lot yesterday.
How much have you ridden yours?
I got about a mile and a half on mine.
All day ride, probably about 200 miles, and we have to go to Clearwater, where we're gonna meet with Paul and win this competition. Now, before we go, it's got one thing I've been waiting years to open up this special edition collectible Pez can. So I'm riding with Paul today. Come on, little Paul. So Craig and I started on our journey in Jennings, Florida, and we'll be traveling 200 miles to Clearwater to prove that our bikes aren't just for show. Then we'll be meeting up with Paul Sr. for the build-off and find out once and for all who built the best bike. And then we were off on our journey to beat Paul Sr. at the biker build-off. It felt really good riding again with the wind in my beard and the sun on my neck. It also felt really good to be riding with Craig again. It felt just like old times. And as amazing as this was, about 4 minutes later, we had our first problem. It's only coming out of one cylinder?
Yeah, you got oil seeping it over here somewhere.
We're 25 miles into our trip. We're really killing it.
Hey, that's not bad. Is it just coming out of here?
No, this is oil. That's fuel.
Yeah, no, but is oil just coming out of there? Is there not a gasket on there?
There is a gasket.
It's bound to happen. My bike may be leaking a little bit of oil, maybe leaking fuel, and at one point running on only one cylinder.
My bike's leaking and oozing awesomeness. Go fuel off, turn your fuel off. Go wide open and crank. Clean it out, then turn your fuel on.
That's both cylinders. Oh, I'm dumping a lot of, oh look, it's coming out of right there.
Oh yeah. We might have to stop and get a box of cereal, make a gasket.
Yeah, we might. I remember pulling that off, and I think I remember putting it back on saying, I'm gonna buy a new gasket for this. I don't remember actually buying a gasket and putting a gasket on. So, Paul, I was thinking about it. I think we need to make this competition a little more interesting.
I'm listening.
If I win,
yeah.
Looks like you got some real estate on your arm right here.
Yeah, I got a little bit left
right
over
there.
here.
You got to put a Bikes and Beards tattoo right there on your arm.
I don't even know what it looks like. So what'll happen if I win?
If you win, I will shave my beard into a Fu Manchu, just like you, and I'll wear it for at least a month.
A month?
A month.
You got to make it a little bit more than a month.
2 months.
2 months is the deal.
2 months, all right.
But more than likely, you'll probably keep it longer.
I might just fall in love with it in honor of the king who wins the build-off. But that bike's, it's got to be a full color tattoo.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
All right, all right.
I'm not afraid.
All right.
Some of these tattoos, it took 9 hours.
Dang. Well, you might be getting another one.
Maybe.
All right.
That sounds fair.
All right. So we adjusted my carb. It's not leaking fuel out of it anymore. That's good. It is running on all cylinders, all 2 of them right now. However, we do have a pretty major oil leak. It'll eventually leak all the oil out and then ruin the engine, and there's no way I'm gonna make it the whole way back to where we gotta go. So let's keep on rolling.
Of course, Sean's gonna turn this 4-hour ride into an 8-hour ride.
Four years ago, when I bought the first Orange County chopper, a buddy of mine, Jason, gave me this Orange County chopper jacket to go with it, and I finally get to wear it. However, this jacket ends up being a bigger deal than what I originally thought. We put another 50 miles on the bikes, and mine was running pretty good, but not great, and then there was a problem, because Brock was waving me down, telling me to pull over. What'd you see? Why did you tell me to pull over?
You got something missing.
Oh, that ain't good. Oh, it just broke off. It broke off on this side.
Yeah, right here.
It was like this.
Yeah, like that. Well, we can fix that easy.
Oh yeah, just put a hole in there. Right, just ditch that and like this?
Yep.
It needs the carb cleaned. But it's still maintaining oil. That's always good. The other idea, if one of these bolts would fit through there, but it doesn't.
Do you think if we did like zip tie, like it would just hang there?
I mean, for a little while. I mean, it was just hanging down there. It wasn't really hurting anything.
We should have a scorecard, like a road trip bingo card. Like pieces fall off, check. Oil leak, check.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
Good thing we are bike builders. That's a permanent fix now. It wasn't permanent before. We were just messing around, but that's a permanent fix right now. All right. So with our roadside fix done, we were back on the road. But it wouldn't be a road trip without taking a short break to try and catch a glimpse of those beautiful, sexy manatees. But as majestic as they are, remember, manatees are the second most dangerous creature in Florida.
These manatees here have been attacking humans and eating sharks, killing alligators. They've been coming out of the water and eating people near the edge of the water.
You missed it. There was 2 fighting over there.
I got to be totally honest with you. I think they're the reason why I got into YouTube. I thought that Sean was a bike builder. You know, he was talking about me. And I said, well, let me see what this guy could build. And no, they're neither one of them are bike builders. This is what I've been doing for a long time. So, you know, it's kind of out of their wheelhouse, you know, because they don't do it. And they don't have the equipment that I have. It's kind of like, you know, okay, build a bike from scratch and you think that you can do it. And you start building the bike and then you realize, oh, I need a spacer for the wheel. Oh, I need a gear. I need the nut. They didn't leave the nut on the transmission. They don't have the throw rod. So if you don't have all that stuff, it'll take you a year to build a bike. bike. I have a big advantage. Everything from doing it so long is ready available for me, and I know where to get it.
My Triumph has been riding rough for the past 100 miles, and it seems to be getting worse. But it does clear up at the higher RPMs. A good carb cleaning should fix this. It's also leaking more and more oil from the stator cover. So we stopped at a gas station so Craig could fill up his tiny V-Rod tank, while I ran to the auto parts store to buy all the things that I might need to repair my bike at the Airbnb. Because where better to fix your bike? And as long as nothing else breaks, this should be our last stop before we get to our destination. This is getting progressively worse. Whenever he's done putting gas in it, I'll make sure I still have oil in the dipstick. That's kind of the main, it can leak oil. I mean, bikes can leak oil. It's not a huge. All right, let me put some in there. This thing's tight. We might need a tool. We got a screw, you have a screwdriver?
I got a knife.
It's a Brock's knife. I care even less about Brock's knife. Got it. The question is, can I pour it in there without even spilling a drop?
The wind, bro.
Nope, no, I didn't spill a drop. Cut it out, edit it out. So at least we know the engine's not gonna lock up because of lack of oil. Maybe because of the fire that the bike went through, but not oil. It's guaranteed to leak a little bit, but it'll be all right. The question is it really a motorcycle trip if your side's not covered in oil? Is your leg covered in oil?
No, that's not a real motorcycle.
Are you actually even doing any?
It's not a real motorcycle.
It made it.
I was getting a little worried about a quarter mile ago.
I don't know how it made it. It was running really bad at the end. It wasn't running unless it was at 4,000 RPMs. Now we gotta go beat Paul. A lot of smoke was coming out. We need to go to an auto parts store and get a pan. I gotta clean the carbs out, and then I gotta make a new gasket for that.
Sounds like you got some work to do, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad my days of that are over. Now it's your problem. Let's go eat while they screw around. Let's go find something to eat.
My tail light was just kind of hanging like this for about 40 miles. Still doing pretty well though. Little Paul did good. Actually, I realized this towards the end of the trip. If my oil gets too low, my light will tell me. I had to get my bike running for the big build off in 2 days. So we went to the auto parts store again and got all the supplies that we thought we needed. Then we went back to the house to try and rebuild the carb and replace the leaking stator cover gasket. And I have to admit that wrenching on a motorcycle in the garage of an Airbnb with my best buddies in Florida was the most motorcycle thing that I did all day. And it felt great. Apparently, rebuilding motorcycles in Airbnb garages has become kind of my MO.
Yeah.
Someone else do all the work.
Someone else can do all the work.
I'm gonna be in that chair pretty soon.
Now I know what you're thinking, Sean, you can't build a motorcycle. You're not a mechanic. You are so mechanically incompetent. You have to hire your own personal mechanic.
For this plan to work, you must play the part of the fool. You cannot let anyone know that your bike building skills and talent is unmatched.
But how can I hold back my God-given abilities when my talent is so strong and amazing?
You must hire a personal mechanic to do all the work for you and make it look like you need him.
Do I make this mechanic my friend?
No, you make him your best friend.
Like my best friend for real or just for the videos?
No, best friend for real. And then move to Tennessee and I will meet you there where we will finish the plan.
Billy Lane was actually supposed to play the part, the master with the cloak on. And then when we got around to it, I was like, Billy, all right, here's what you got to do. And he's like, oh, no, I don't want to do any of that stuff. And I'm like, what? I thought we talked about this. I thought you're going to play the part. He's like, no, I don't do acting. You know, it was supposed to be like my mentor was this big time chopper builder. And then we kind of switched the story around a little bit to kind of make it look like abstract. I don't know if anyone even got the joke we were making, but it was supposed to be Billy Lane, if that makes any more sense. All right, so here's what's going on. We spent pretty late working on this bike, getting the carbs all redone, getting the new gasket put on here, solved that problem. The carbs were really dirty and a lot of things were kind of out of place. We come back in today and we go to fire it up. It's clearly running on the right cylinder really well, and it's barely running on the left cylinder, if it's even running at all on the left cylinder. And we got to get it running. There's also something tonight that we're gonna do where we definitely need this thing running at full top potential. What's the plan now, Craig?
Finish my coffee. I think next step is let's pull the plug, fire up the bike, have the plug sitting on the head and just watch the spark, see if it's dropping spark. That's, I think, our easiest next step.
Okay. So I got back to working on the bike to solve it's only running on one cylinder issue. And when I say I mean Craig. And you might be wondering why Craig would help me out because I'm his competition. Well, in the spirit of biker build-offs, when Billy Lane went against Indian Larry helped Billy get his bike running before the event because he was having problems. So this is a normal thing. This is how us motorcycle guys do it. And while Craig was working on that, I was working on the taillight. I also replaced the plugs and did a compression test to make sure that we didn't have an internal compression leak. Expected a lot of things to go wrong. We did not expect this.
Oh no, I don't know how to fix this.
It's that one piece we need.
The rubber tip off the needle fell off. I thought it fell underneath the tray. What an awful, awful move.
You never should have bit that piece off, huh? How were you supposed to know? So what happened was, Craig was cleaning the carb and the little rubber needle part on the needle jet just fell off. It's kind of one of those things, like, you really can't roadside fix that.
No.
You kind of just need that piece.
Maybe with some super glue.
There goes all my hopes and dreams. I mean, Craig's whole existence Craig's here because of broken rubber.
It's true.
And if things couldn't get any better, I was reminded what day it was.
Holy crap, look at that. Look, Joe, come here.
What is that?
Look over there. A birthday! Hey!
But for real though, what guy are we talking about? Is he behind the?
He just blew the candles out without even blowing the candles out.
Did it? Magic.
Blow the one out.
Yay!
Hey man, happy birthday. We're so excited that you are in our lives and we are all blessed for it. So we hope you have a really good day and yeah, have a good besties birthday party.
Awesome. This is a top-notch cake. But then Brock had another surprise for me.
We also have a bonus surprise for you, and that is we currently have a part halfway here that fixes your bike.
And it's half the part.
That's all. Yeah, well, the other half is broken out there, so you take the broken half and yeah.
Hey, not much. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. These are the float needles you need. Alrighty. And extra key and stuff. I don't know if they're gonna fit what he has because they're different carburetors, but they're different jet kits. All right. You might just get lucky. Who knows? Excellent. All right. Man, I sure appreciate you meeting us out here and saving the day for us,
Very good. Through a series of perfect timing and helpful friends, we got the part that we needed.
Hey, we made it.
No way.
Like some bearing parts.
Thank you, sir.
This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. That little small little envelope is what we really needed.
Oh!
More stuff. All right.
Amazing. Get to work.
Oh yeah, and by the way, earlier I found out that there was a drag race happening tonight just 20 minutes away. And what better way to end the day than by going head to head with Craig to see who built the fastest motorcycle. And finally put to bed who's got the fastest beard. What I found.
What did you find?
Look what I found. I found this guy just hiding in the between the frame and the swing arm.
Oh.
Let's go somewhere. I don't know where, but I've seen this before.
When you're doing a TV show, there's a lot of restrictions, and you have no say in it. I think the people, once they get to know me, they know me as a totally different person, because TV was able to do that. If they want to make you look like a bad guy, they can make you look like a bad guy. And there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to kind of conform with their system. By doing your own YouTube, it's kind of like you do your own thing. So. Whereas if you're doing a show and you're building a bike and they say, well, you got to say this or you got to do that, it's like, I don't want to do that. You know, it's like I'm at the stage in my life where It actually relieves stress. I don't have nobody telling me what to do or how to do it. You know, going through the builds, building Sean's bike right now, and a lot of the comments say, you know what, we like the chilled pull better than you know, the way that the show perceived me, and people were saying that they liked the YouTube better than the show.
We finally got the bike put together, and hopefully it works right. We're hoping it runs on both cylinders.
There's no spark plug on this side.
Oh, there's no spark. That's why it's so obnoxiously loud.
Should I put new spark plugs in? Well, we have them, might as well.
I was sitting there and I'm like, it seems louder than it normally is. Remember, it's always best to start your threads with a spark plug with the highest power drill as fast as you possibly can.
Right. Give us a little luck, Senior. Boot move, when it pops off, it grows. Very good. Give it a lot. That shocked you? Yeah, we're losing spark up there.
So everything that was broken in the carburetor was actually fine. All those things can be like that. Even though my bike would not be running tonight, we decided to go anyway. And like always, I don't have a plan, but I'm gonna say that I do, because one is forming right now as we speak.
Are you ready to go to the drag strip? Let's ride.
Now this might come as a surprise to you, but I've never been on a drag strip with any of my vehicles, or any type of vehicle. However, I am pretty competitive. Now obviously, since this is an 8th mile drag strip, my Triumph Bonneville with Navi dirt bike tires would have easily won against Craig's 113 horsepower V-Rod. And for a few other reasons, I decided to leave it at the Airbnb. My goal for tonight is 3 parts. 1, try to win as many races as I can on whichever bike I'm riding. 2, try to beat Craig and Brock's time on their own bikes. And 3, set the fastest time of all 3 bikes on a bike that no one is expecting.
I think that this bike wins because it's got a turbo, but I also think that it's the rider, not the bike on some of this. Because I think these bikes are gonna be pretty close. But I still think I'm gonna beat Craig's bike.
We'll see about that.
You guys did awesome.
Oh my God.
How'd that feel?
That was so fun.
Was it spinning or was it doing anything that we saying?
No, I was gripping.
Like, that was, I want to do it like more.
I want to ride this. I'm gonna get my stuff.
Oh.
I want my shot with this. So in the start of my professional racing career, I'm on the Road Glide and I am a little nervous, but I'm trying to beat Brock on the Africa Twin. And I score a time of 8.5, which I have no idea if that's good or not. All I know is that I beat the Honda and that a faster time would be even better. Then I decided to go up against Craig on his modified V-Rod. Let's see who wins this one. And then on my my best run yet while riding Brock's bike, I race him on Craig's bike. Race I tried to shift without the clutch and the bike did not like that and I was stuck in third gear for a bit, but I still got an 8.8. I failed beating Craig's time riding his bike compared to me riding his bike. However, I think I can beat everyone's time including my own because I'm confident this is the baddest bike here, even with knobby dirt bike tires. Yes! 8-1, 89 point, yes! Congratulations, sir. You've got the fastest bike here.
I got the right pilot for the job, didn't I?
8.11. That's the fastest bike. I just congratulated him because he's got the fastest bike.
That thing's so fast.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Bikes and Beers is now a drag racer. Watch out.
So today's the big day. It's what we've been waiting for. It's what you guys have been waiting for. There's still a lot of problems we have. Definitely got some problems, but hopefully we can get that squared away. We're going to find out whether the people like my bike, Craig's bike, or Paul Sr.'s bike better. And I think I got a pretty good shot. We'll load the bike up, head over to the Roadhouse. It sucks I didn't get to see this thing run on the track because I feel like the thing about this bike is you really can't have another one. You can't duplicate it. You would spend so much time and energy trying to replicate a bike that looks like this because it was the perfect storm of being in a fire but not being completely destroyed, even though it was mostly destroyed. That's what really makes it that cool. It was a beautiful sunny Florida morning and the temperature was high 60s and rising. And now it was time to head over to the OCC Roadhouse and meet up with Paul Sr. and for the first time see each other's motorcycles. Arm wrestle.
No, we're gonna fist fight.
Fist fight, all right. All right, we gotta do it.
Dang, what did I sign up for?
So the pressure's on you, bro.
All right.
It's all on you.
All right.
If this thing's gonna work tonight, it's on you.
Sweet.
This is really nice.
Take it for a spin.
Take it for a ride, do whatever.
I don't want to, it's too early to fall.
Figure it out.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I really do like it. A lot of work into this, no?
Yeah.
He's probably got about 25 grand into this.
He's got a lot of money in this thing. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. I want to see your bike.
You want to see my bike? All right. Every motorcycle needs a theme. I'm a little sideways.
What a piece of Where did you get that? So this is the bike that I seen on your YouTube. Did you do the welding here?
I did that welding, yeah. That's little Paulie.
I would have gave you a bobblehead doll to put on there.
No, that's the way it was.
It was.
This seat, I stitched the seat up myself.
Looks like it.
That's a $350 toaster. That's the side of a toaster that when I took it apart, I flipped it upside down, I stuck it on there.
It's like a splash pan?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Between this bike and Craig's bike, which one you like better?
Oh, by far.
This is
not even close.
This is your style, right? This is cool.
Does it start? It don't start.
It does start.
That's why I think you're used to it, right?
I'll admit, I spent most of my time, probably about 40 hours, just getting the bike to run.
Wiring's the worst.
Wiring was tough. I bought an entire complete bike to use for all the parts. The frame was good. Let's go see your bike.
Come on.
I'm anxious.
People like to poke the beehive, and I think that I was pissed. I was really mad because, he was talking about my bikes. But then you get to feel each other out a little bit, and then you start getting a different sense of who that person is, And, he's doing what he does. He's a YouTube guy. He wants to bring in his audience, and that's how he does it. So it's not really nothing personal. Once you really get to know the person, there's a whole different way of looking at that person.
So Paul shows us his bike and all the modifications that he did on it. It started life as a Yamaha Roadstar.
I really like this bike. I mean, I think it's a great bike. It's a nice bike. It's got a great sound to it.
That you did that, of course you did that.
Yeah.
What was that tank, like a Sportster tank or something?
Yeah, kind of a stretched Sportster tank.
Yeah.
Me and Jim made this sissy bar for another bike like 2 years ago. And it was just in the corner here. It bolted right on.
Nice. Really? It bolted right on?
Bolted right on. I had a...
This would be considered a bobber?
Kind of, yeah. I would say more a bobber than a chopper.
How much road time have you gotten on this bike?
From the trailer to the shop here.
Then we find out that Paul was having some problems of his own, and this gave Craig the perfect chance to do what Craig does best. Paul's bike would start up, but as soon as he would put it in gear, it would just shut down. But after a few minutes of checking it out and diagnosing it, Craig figured it out. And we were back up and running, and the show could go on. Because Craig was able to get Paul's bike running, and my bike was running good enough to go down the road, we were able to check off one of Craig's bucket list items, and that was to ride down the road with Paul, just like they did at the end of Orange County Chopper episodes and the Biker Build-Off. It was super fun and we had a blast. This is something that I had to add to my own bucket list and check it off right away. But I was able to sneak out without anyone noticing, which gave me the perfect opportunity for my next phase in my grand scheme. $6:50, which means we have an hour and 10 minutes until the big reveal. I'm a little bit nervous. It should be a lot of fun though.
Are you ready for a biker build-off or what? Do you think Bikes and Beards brought enough to unseat the legendary Paul Tuttle tonight?
Bikes and Beards! Bikes and Beards! Let's go, Paul!
And then after months of planning and building and preparation, we were finally here and ready to do the final decision of the motorcycle build-off. But unbeknownst to everyone else, the real exciting stuff was happening back at the shop. And it involved that jacket that I later found out was not purchased on eBay, but given to me from a friend 4 years ago, right after I bought the first Orange County Chopper bike.
Hey, did you see where Jim gave you that helmet, bro? Because I think I had a jacket in there.
The helmet I had, I pulled off the wall right there.
It was in a box. Not that. Not leather jacket in there.
A leather jacket?
Yeah. It's in a box.
You know you're in Florida when you have to look for a jacket because you haven't seen it in 4 months? Well, Paul, I know you've done this 1,000 times, but I'm nervous.
You know what? Hey, let me tell you something. I've done it over 1,000 times, and I do get nervous.
I was so nervous. I had to go on stage. There was a ton of people in the crowd. I'd never seen that many people in a crowd before. I'm a YouTuber. All I do is people follow me around with a camera, and I did the same stuff I would normally do. Like, that's what I do. I'm not a stage person. So when you talk about going on stage, now I'm getting nervous. Now I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It made it slightly better that Craig was there. Craig was a little nervous too. It made it even better that Paul was there. Paul told us, he's like, oh, I'm feeling some butterflies too. And I'm like, oh man, if Paul's getting some butterflies in his stomach, like I feel better about that.
You can wear mine.
No, I got this. Where'd you get that, you
The internet.
You know who you bought that off of? My nephew.
No.
Nick.
This was his jacket?
That was my jacket.
It was your jacket?
It was my jacket. That was my jacket.
No. What?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
You want to sign
It's a nice jacket, right? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me, right? Tell me.
This is your jacket?
It was my personal
This is your
jacket.
personal jacket?
Yeah.
Who sold it?
My nephew.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Where'd you buy it? On eBay?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm like, what are you doing with that jacket?
I just assumed it was just one of the products that you put your name on.
No,
I didn't know it was your
my
personal
jacket.
jacket.
What are the odds?
With Sean, probably pretty good.
That's crazy, right?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
I know, right?
Paul, you lead the charge, buddy.
I'm leading the charge here, buddy.
I'll take the tail.
Relationships are important to me, you know, and I think that so the more time you spend together, the better you get to know each other. And, you know, I like to be around positive people, you know, and good people, you know, and that's what I sense about both of these guys. They're really good people. And, you know, those are the kind of people I want to be around me. And I'm sure that that'll continue and probably even continue to grow, because I think this whole thing was a great experience for everybody. So why not keep it going?
You see that bike under the cover back there? Rewind it, go back. That bike under the cover, that is a secret project. My secret project. It should be coming out soon. Actually, Paul, when's my secret project coming out? It's been a while. I'm sure it's probably done, or close to being done.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Coming in first, the veteran, the TV legend, the icon, Mr. Paul Tuttle Sr. Rising star on YouTube. Let's hear it for the bearded mechanic, Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Bikes and Beards, here is Sean Kerr. Look at some of the creative choices. There's a lot to see. And in a little while, we'll reveal the results of this. Paul Tuttle with an amazing Yamaha Roadstar. It's a V-Rod bagger. Sean Kerr. We got to take a look. It looks like the old Bobber Cafe style. Yeah.
The event was crazy. There were so many people there excited to see the bike.
Remember, there was a little bit of tension between these guys. I don't know, Paul. Paul was a little upset about a couple of those early videos. And Sean's a great guy and a great sport, but I think he is lucky that Paul has mellowed a little bit as he's gotten into his 70s. The votes have been tallied. The winner of the bike build-off right here tonight was none other than the legendary Paul Sr. He had over 40% of the votes.
Paul's an awesome guy. We got to hang out with him and meet him. And
first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. But for me, it's really all about relationships. And I think that, you know, it started out a little bit rocky in the beginning, but I think that, you know, there's a reason for everything. But these guys are really great guys, and I sincerely mean that.
You're thinking that I didn't win. You'd be wrong. Go back 6 months ago and look at what I said my actual goal was. And then tell me I didn't win.
Straight up, hashtag besties.
Consider your Sean your friend now.
I consider Sean my friend.
Would you consider him your best friend?
I would not consider Sean my best friend. I would consider him a good friend. Someday he may be my best friend, though.
Not your bestie, though?
Not my bestie. Actually, he has that on his bike, which I thought was, he has a good sense of humor.
There we go. So I may have lost the biker build off. It was still a really, really fun time. But what happened to the Miss Geico bike? Well, it had been, I sent it to Craig. Craig sent it to Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson said, I can fix that bike. I know how to fix that bike. He had it for a year. So I paid $5,000 for him to fix the bike. I think it was like $5,000 to fix the bike. He had it for almost a year. He finally fixes it, sends it back to Craig. When I go to ask Craig, like, hey, what was the problem with it? I think there was one problem, one big problem the entire time. Remember earlier when the idle was up? So, okay, we're thinking vacuum leak. It's getting air in there, and it shouldn't, and that's making the idle go up. Well, that's exactly what it was. We couldn't find the air leak because it was the butterfly valves. Obviously, if you spray fuel inside the butterfly valve, it's gonna idle up. So he tells us that the butterfly valves were not the ones that he put in it. That someone put these janky looking like bottle cap, crudely cut butterfly valves in it. And to this day, I have no idea who did it. I have no clue who was messing with it, who took them off, the right ones, and put these other ones on there. If you guys know, I'd love to hear. I don't, if you stole them, let me know. I just want to know what the story is. But to this day, we still have no clue who did that. But that was the entire problem with the bike from the beginning. However, it's still idled incredibly high. But there's only one last thing to do with this thing, and that's a road trip. The worst possible road trip. Looking at it hurts my back.
It was almost 2 years ago when I bought the motorcycle that would take me on one of the wildest rides of my entire life. But I never actually rode the bike. This is the story of a motorcycle that was built with its hands chained behind its back, and I'm about to untie them. I'm also about to learn why they were tied up in the first place. After being in the shop for 8 long months and countless hours of work, the chains have been broken. This is why you should never road trip an Orange County chopper. I've not seen the bike in I think 8 months. So, and I've never seen it run right. So let's see if,
Yo, how are you doing?
What's up, Craig?
Come on in, guys.
The shop looks nice.
Thanks. Is this what you came for?
This is what I came for, Craig. I have not seen, when did we drop this off? Like 8 months ago?
I got a little surprise here for you.
Apes. If those are apes, I think you put them on the wrong side. I can't wait to see it.
Here we go.
All right, let's do it. That is awesome.
Such a good looking bike, isn't it?
It's a beautiful bike. You got a seat for me, Craig?
I got you a seat.
Sissy bar looks awesome. Sissy bar. I love it. This is so cool.
Oh yeah, you got a headlight?
You got a headlight. Look at that.
Whoa! And I took off all the not legal for street use stickers.
Oh, new tires.
New tires.
Which one? One was easy to find, one was impossible to find.
This one was hard to find.
It's a 26-inch tire. They basically don't exist.
Yeah, they're not making too many. New master cylinder, all this. These are not rebuildable. So this is a whole new unit for the clutch. The clutch was also replaced. All the brake lines were flushed out and rebled. You have new AFRs. You have new AFR harnesses, new plugs, new oil, battery.
Did you ever get it on a dyno?
We tried a dyno at once, but it didn't run enough to...
Okay. How many hundreds of miles have you put on it to confirm its rideability and safety?
0.003.
Okay, we're good. I got one big question. Are you coming with me? If you want to come with me.
I got a helmet.
I've been saving this bike just for you, Craig.
Oh, man.
The Naha, the Amazon chopper.
Amazing. So we have two pretty well untested, not made for the street motorcycles that are about to embark on a 700-mile road trip.
Oh, yeah. The battery's dead, but I solved that problem. Come here.
I wondered what was going on there.
Let's put a jump box on the back. So, it'll be good. I know how much you like narrow bars.
They're my favorite.
We're both riding hardtails.
Oh, it is a soft tail. Look at that. I'll be dipped. I mean, it runs fine. It's not an easy ride. Does the key come out? That should be on. Putting amps through my screwdriver. Stop touching stuff, Craig.
For crime and illies.
Oh.
There we go. Let's get suited up. Let's roll out.
Let's do it.
And just as we were ready to roll out, we discovered a very big problem. So in the biggest surprise, the Orange County Chopper bike is running great because Craig got it all running good. This bike is running pretty bad because it sat in storage for 14 months. Craig, you have a lighter?
We may have just put bad fuel in it. This is classic Bikes and Beards road trip.
Yeah, I missed this.
So after figuring out the bad fuel situation, Craig and I were finally ready to embark on a journey that was 2 years in the making. And I'm hoping it will turn out to be the road trip of a lifetime with my best buddy. When you're a kid, fairy tales have dwarves and magic and funny looking trees. What I'm realizing is that when you're an adult, fairy tales have big motorcycles and giant straightaways and beautiful weather. All right, so great news. Miss Geico bike is running great. I mean, it's the lopiest idle, and idle is like 3,000 RPM, 20 to 25, depending on what lope it's on. So I'm happy with that. Craig's bike needed a clutch adjustment. It was kind of slipping. The other problem is we're kind of running out of daylight. Shut it off, see if it fires up.
Pretty solid.
Hold on, Craig, I'll help you out.
But we are now at my house. I don't know how much more sense it makes for me to just keep going down the road since I'm already here.
You're already kind of there, aren't you?
I'm already kind of home. Are you going to be all right by yourself?
I'll be all right. We'll have to roll on without you, Craig.
Okay.
I'm taking the Naha with me. So Craig just got back from a big trip. I think he had a trip coming. He'd been away from his family a bunch. So I kind of suspected that maybe he wasn't gonna do the whole trip with us. But I thought maybe we can wrap him into it and he would actually do it. So it was not a complete surprise to me, but it was a bummer that he didn't come. So I lost my companion, Craig. The problem is I can't really do a road trip without a road trip buddy. And I got another bike, so there's gotta be some random person here. Hey you wanna ride chopper motorcycles to Tennessee with me?
Who, me? Sure. I'm down.
So Brock had just gotten done with filming his documentary of riding 50 states in 50 days. I mean, this is like weeks ago, he just gotten done. So he was pretty exhausted from riding. And then I'm like, hey, Brock, I'm gonna ride something awful, you know, down the East Coast. And he was like, oh man, Brock's pretty down to ride any motorcycle anytime. If you get a chance, go to Brock's channel, check out his series, 50 States in 50 Days. It was pretty impressive. I mean, there may be 3 people who have ever done it, although he might be the only one who's done it in 50 days. I don't know, but it's pretty awesome. All right, so we got 550 more miles to go, something around that line. What we drove this thing yesterday was more than this thing has ever ridden. I think it was more than this thing was ever expected to ride. That bike, I think we're going into a storm, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's suit up.
Where we're headed currently, severe thunderstorms. Expect strong storms, flash flooding, hail, and tornadoes.
Perfect road trip weather. You know what? This is an adventure bike.
Like, what's the definition of adventure bike?
Does it get you into adventures? Yes.
You're looking pretty good on that bike. That bike fits you well. Hey, Brock, can you look at my front end and tell me why it's bouncing around? Is it the road or does something look loose? Does anything look bouncier than normal? Now it's bouncing, you see that? Yeah, I'm definitely getting a bounce going on here. Let's get the next exit.
It was basically kind of hopping up and down a little bit, you know?
You were seeing hop from the back?
The back just looked like it was doing this, you know? Where was yours feeling like it?
I was feeling it from the front.
Okay, here it just looked like it was bouncing like almost on a continuous rhythm.
I felt it on the front end. Brock was seeing it on the back end. Also, I can't, my hand's numb and my feet are numb. The thing was, it was not getting worse. It was just kind of staying the same. I just wanted to kind of check all the nuts and bolts. I know when they built it, they said this had a tendency of walking. These are the most opposite bikes. This bike's closer to 2 liters. Your bike's an 1/8 of that, but they're both choppers. Are you at the point to admit that maybe these are not highway bikes?
I don't know if these are like cross-the-country touring bikes.
This thing must be geared for 200 miles an hour.
Really?
Because we're cruising 55, 60.
Yeah.
I'm not even top gear. but I'm at the low as I possibly can with the RPMs. Yeah. I have full confidence in my motorcycle. My friend Paul Sr. built it.
Oh.
It's crazy to think that this white bike, the white chopper that we're using here from Amazon, has less miles on it than the Orange County chopper. But both of these bikes are the most untested bikes out of all the bikes I own. And also the least bikes I would ever want to ride on a road trip. I'm hoping it's 36 should be good. Let's get back on the road.
Only problem with this, I keep riding wheelies.
Yeah, it does that.
I am at a half a tank.
Let me see how much I have. Yeah, that's more than half a tank. The biggest upset of this video might be mine can go farther than yours can go.
That's shocking.
That's crazy. All right, let's do it. So we made it down the road a bit until we were just about out of fuel. Now the big question on my mind is, which one of these motorcycles is getting better or worse fuel mileage? How much did yours take? Do you have a 0.7 gallon tank?
I thought it was more. 7, 8, that's what it took. It was flashing E.
They told me it was a gallon tank. I still got some in the bottom. Let's see how much I need to use. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had a pacemaker, I'd be scared to continue riding this bike. With the amount of vibration that's going on.
The bike is almost like flexing.
That's probably what's going on. That's probably exactly what's happening. These two bikes are almost consuming the exact same amount of fuel in the same distance.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I probably need to dump a little bit out.
No, it bubbled.
There's a bubble.
It's boiling over and then it's been dripping here. I wouldn't open it.
But it's not hot.
Oh, okay. It's just overfilled.
Yeah, I think I just overfilled it. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. All right, let's get back on the road.
Battery?
I left the light on.
Yeah, that light was on for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so jump box?
Yep, need that jump box. I knew I never should have left that light on. Yeah. And we're back on the road. Cruising down the road of these beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains was amazing. It was an amazing experience. As we continued in the beautiful mountains, everything seemed like it was going well, except for how uncomfortable my motorcycle was. But Brock seemed to be doing pretty good, until he let me know that he was having some issues with his bike.
Hold on. Something just vibrated. Felt like metal on metal.
Brock started feeling something vibrating. With these bikes, it's probably a good idea to just stop and check it out. We don't want something falling off.
We're missing a bolt here.
What did that bolt go into?
Oh, maybe it never was a bolt there. I don't know. You got, like, as I was turning, it was like grinding metal on something. But I don't see anything else other than those couple bolts missing.
Last time it did not start, so let's see if it starts. I had the light up the whole time. Yeah, love this bike. Love this bike. As we made our way to our next stop, we ran into the very issue that we had forecasted earlier in the day, possibly worst case scenario.
Okay, so it suddenly just started raining, and riding these bikes in the rain, well, that's a different experience. We're on the interstate, going as fast as we can go, which I think is only like 40 miles an hour, it feels like. Getting passed by these trucks, and now it's pouring down rain.
But I was excited to finally answer the question we've been wondering this entire trip. How much horsepower does this bike actually make? How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Now, we may have another issue. My tech saw you come around and he said, I'm not sure that'll fit on our Dyno. It's a heck of a machine, I have to say.
It's a beautiful bike. It's a pretty bike. It's running pretty well, too.
What people really want to know is the horsepower on this one.
I know, it's true. The problem is it gonna fit? It's getting close though, look at it. Doesn't fit unless, can the front end be adjusted at all?
Nope.
No? Could we take the front wheel off?
Too big for the dyno. You guys don't have too many Orange County choppers trying to...
Nope. That's the first one. Second one.
Swing arm, pipe.
Do you have any idea what the numbers are on this?
We've heard a couple different things. When we put it on the dyno, when it wasn't running good, we saw 117. But it wasn't running good, and I don't think it was running any boost. I would guess at least 120 or above, now that it's running the way it should be. So we're done here at the dyno. It's wet, it's raining, but that's not gonna stop us. We're gonna keep on moving on. We got more ground we gotta clear, and we're gonna have another stop. Hopefully we can make it.
We noticed that the roads had gotten pretty slick. I actually slid my back tire as I was going down the big hill, and so I warned Sean, make sure you go easy on the brakes because we do not have ABS on these bikes. Sean actually had a pretty rough time going down that big steep hill. We decided to get some gas, top off the tanks, and head south.
Brock, should we stop and help that guy jump his bike?
What's up, man? Your battery died?
Built that. That looks built.
Yeah, that's built.
That's built. Something like that from the factory.
Man, how far away you live from here?
7.
You think we should push it to his house?
We'll throw it in a trailer. We'll take it to your place.
Yeah, that's my dude right there, yeah. That's my dude.
And we took him back to his house. His wife and his kids, they came out and started hanging out with us, and they were super cool. This was the nicest family. We began to realize that sometimes it's not about the ride itself, it's about the friends you meet along the way.
We got a problem.
What is it?
Bike's not running.
What do you mean it's not running?
It won't start.
That's your problem right there.
Oh, no, I had it in there when I tried it. It was fine. It was good, man. Just trust me, it's dead.
I mean, I could fix a dead battery.
No, it's something majorly mechanical, something.
Show me what it's doing. We can fix this thing here. We got professionals over here.
Yeah, I'll show you what it's doing. Boop. Nothing. All right, load it up. It's like it's killing my back.
Yeah, dude, I knew you were sweating, man.
So to everyone's surprise, and for no reason at all, my bike decided not to start, which had nothing to do with how awful it was making my back feel or how all my limbs were going numb from riding it. And for no reason at all, I visited a random place. Not because I'm getting old or because the motorcycle is slowly destroying my spine with every mile I ride it, but because these guys are my friends and I like strangers twisting me up like a pretzel. I think the bike's probably good to go, but you know, it's dark.
Yep, the sun is going down.
Sun is down. I can barely see after I take off my sunglasses. I can barely see, but we should probably go to the closest hotel. So while we were riding and having the best time, we noticed what looked like a motorcycle shop just off the highway.
So you know how on TV, like reality TV, stuff like this happens, and then, you know, they just kind of pop in, and you're like, that was staged. That was probably staged. This was not staged. We were driving. We saw a motorcycle shop. We pull in. We're like, hey, can we come back in here and film? And they're like, yeah, sure, cool. So we turned back around. We drove back in there with cameras running, and then we meet the guys, and then all this happened. It was pretty awesome.
We've heard about you.
Oh, wow. I like that.
You have a reputation.
So this is an OCC bike?
This is Orange County Chopper. Paul Sr. made this. So when I'm riding it, I'm pretty stretched out, and I'm trying to see if we can get something a better seat so I'm not sliding back.
Are you sliding when you go up there? Or are you sliding
yeah,
backwards?
I slide back.
So I don't have to tell you that a lot of these were made for the looks. You know, they're tow bikes and stuff like that.
So we actually pulled the bars back about 4 inches to make it a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
It seems like the only actual functioning suspension is the frame, kind of.
I've got a good friend of mine. He's a chopper guy. I'll call him. He'll be out here in a few minutes. He'd be really interested in looking at your bike.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How do I make this slightly comfortable? I don't even care what it looks like anymore. I just want to not have an awful trip on the way home. Just to get home.
What can we do to get us home?
Got a solo seat. I just want to see how it fits there.
Okay. Is that all it is?
It's just Velcro.
Velcro.
I don't know how I'm going to hook them on yet, though. That might be the deal.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
What?
Seat was made for that bike.
It literally looks perfect. Dude, that's it.
That feels amazing. Honestly.
You could sit
just
on it.
throw tape around it.
Well,
that's the one right there.
Perfect.
That's the one.
So if you have a Geico bike made by Paul Sr. and you need to upgrade your seat, 2018 Street Bob seat. That's exactly what you're looking for.
That port on the Thunder Max tuner is just open. Do you have like some hot glue or something we can stick in there that will keep it watertight, and then later I'll pull it out?
That's it right there, yeah. That works. I'm making custom improvements on the Orange County chop. That's my expertise.
How long you been riding it?
This is
Since
his, and he's been riding it.
Pennsylvania.
You're going this from Pennsylvania.
Of course.
Well, cool. It's great. Thanks for letting us. Thanks for helping us out, actually. So we said our goodbyes to our new best friend and got ready to head to Frank's shop. It was time for us to continue our journey home. All right.
What you got?
I think I done run out of gas or something. I'll coast to you. I'm assuming I'm out of gas. It just shut down. How are you half a tank? Brock, how do you have gas, but I have no gas?
I don't know.
Unless it's not gas.
Bone dry.
Somehow I'm out of gas. He has half a tank. I'm hoping that's all it is. Yeah, it felt like it just ran out of fuel.
Yeah. You want to top me off too?
Might as well.
So we don't have to stop?
Actually, this might be a good time. I know you see me cruising on this luxury machine and you're thinking, and see how comfortable it is.
I am very curious, to be honest.
Riding an Orange County chopper.
My dreams are about to come true. I'm gonna ride an Orange County chopper. I remember when they were building these on TV thinking someday I would like to ride one of those.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I assumed this thing was gonna break down. I didn't think it was gonna last this long. And my back is killing me. I'm trying to ride that thing.
Wow, what a monster. Wow, this is so wild. You gotta go faster. This thing will not idle. You gotta be on the gas. All right, that's a good speed right there. There's a lot left in that throttle. This is the most unique riding experience I've ever had.
You love it?
Oh, this thing is unbelievable.
We thought the rain would go away. We got here right when the rain started. Perfect timing. It didn't go away. I just have a giant back tire, which the contact patch is actually completely slick. There's no rain passages through it, so this should be pretty fun. I also have a very open intake. Brock also has actual rain gear. I've got this this stupid, these all ripped, but also it matches my bike. This will last maybe 3 miles before it's just gone. This should be fun. Look how good the bike looks out there in the rain though. All right, let's do it. Do we know how to get home? So in the end, the entire road trip, I probably put about 250 miles on the bike. Not the full 700 miles because the gaps between hotels were very, very far. Once it got dark, I didn't want to ride the bike at dark. For the preservance.
Don't say it.
I'm calling it. We're gonna cheat a little bit and tow these things. We're like 30 miles from home. It's getting too rainy, it's too wet. So you might be asking, Sean, what's the future for the Miss Geico bike? I really genuinely have no idea. The better question is, what kind of horsepower does it make? And what's up with that bike that Paul's building for me? Let's go see what kind of horsepower this bike actually makes.
All right, I know what you're thinking. That's not Sean. And you're right. I'm the guy with the bone density of a marshmallow.
Whoa! Ah!
You all right, bud?
Right? Nope.
But this is his pair of glasses. This is his van, and this is his Rolex that I stole this morning. We're on our way to get the OCC chopper and the dyno to see exactly how much power it's going to make now that it's all tuned up. Is it going to hit 300 horse? Let's find out.
Did we make it?
Barely. This thing started up fine at the shop. It has a history of not starting up fast, so hopefully the battery works. We'll get this thing in the dyno real quick. We've heard 190, we've heard 300. It's never ran right. Now it's running right. Did the big road trip on it, so see what we get. A crate S&S.
Yeah.
It's not built or anything. It's just box bought, dropped in apparently. I don't know the whole deal with it, but really? That's not good. Just spinning.
It's almost like the jack shaft's not shooting out into the clutch. Go.
There it is. Woo! She's cold. What's going on? It just crapped out.
Yeah, I didn't even make it to...
No, I didn't get it up there.
It looked like it was about 3,500.
Yeah, it hit 3,500 and crapped out.
It sounded like it was popping and surging. Let's try it again.
Okay. It kind of just died on us. And now it's acting like it's not getting any fuel. So, we'll see what happens.
It doesn't sound like we have fuel pump. Before when we did it, when you pull it out, you can hear the fuel pump kick on.
Yeah.
I think we lost our fuel pump.
All right, so we got a problem. The bike just shut off, and it's acting like it's not getting fuel. So I'm gonna call Sean and see what's going on. Hey.
All right, so we're at White Lightning, and it just shut off while we're in fifth gear, starting the test up, getting a first pull, and just shut off like it had no fuel. And now we're turning the system on, and the fuel pump's not priming. So we either have a bad fuel pump or we have a bad fuse, and we got to find the fuse block, and that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, if there was ever a fuse block, I think it'd be under, like, near the tank.
Near the tank, he said.
Near that spot. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just guessing. But that's a new fuel pump. Like, we put a new fuel pump in that, like a year and a half ago. So maybe like 200 miles ago. Man, that bike is cursed. No wonder why Paul Sr. hated that bike.
Well, I mean, it looks good sitting here, you know?
Yeah.
We got to figure out why we're not getting... It's either not getting juice to the fuel pump now, or that fuel pump's done.
Yeah. I don't know why it'd be done, though. That'd be so weird. But yeah, I would,
We'll see if we can pull the wires and maybe hook it up to another fuel pump or something and get a signal at least.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me know how it goes.
All right, see you.
That bike is cursed. It doesn't want to be dyno. It doesn't want to be dyno.
And more ironic because
we're editing the video right now.
Tell me how real this moment is.
Yeah, so we're editing the video right now that we're making for you guys, putting all these things together while the thing's at the dyno, and I'm watching this thing break down over and over again. It's breaking down in my life. It's breaking down in the past, breaking down in the future. I love that bike. Love that bike.
Yeah, we're not getting battery voltage to our fuel pump.
No, we got nothing. We made a really bad graph in 98 horse, and then it just shut down.
184 torque though. That's no joke.
Sean, why does this bike not want to be dynoed?
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. I tried to dyno it so many times. It doesn't fit on most dynos.
Yellow.
Hey, Gabe's gonna call you. We're trying to get the OCC bike on the dyno again.
Okay.
And it's not running.
Oh, sweet.
The fuel pump's not cycling on, so he's gonna give you a call, see if you have any insight on it. We finally found a dyno that it fits on again.
Oh, nice. Where's that at?
White Lightning, Chattanooga.
Oh, gotcha.
Cool. So I'll send him your number right now.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
You feel confident in the fuel pump though, right? You're saying it's not that old.
It's not that old. I mean, anything can break. Like, things definitely do break.
All right, let's call Craig.
Hello, this is Craig.
Craig, this is Gabe.
Hey, Gabe, how are you doing?
Well, we are in the dyno room at White Lightning with the OCC bike.
Awesome.
It is not getting fuel. We checked. It's got no power going to the actual fuel pump itself. Like, the leads don't have any power. So the fuel pump, probably not the problem, but we're not getting power to it. So is there anything you could give me? Because you worked on this, right?
I did. Is there maybe a fuse?
Well, that's what I was wondering if
Or
you
a
knew.
relay. That might be on a relay.
Okay. Any idea where that might be located at all? From your recollection? I only see one relay up on top of the Thunder Max under that tank shell. There's only one relay up here that I can see anywhere. But yeah, it's just not, the unit's not even getting any power.
You didn't happen to look to see if Partzilla had a wiring breakdown on that bike, did you?
I don't think Partzilla's got this one covered. I don't think they even have this one at all.
You got to trace them wires back.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're tracing them back to the loom to see what they're attached to. Maybe there's a fuse in the loom or a relay in the loom or something that we're not seeing.
I want to say it's on a relay. I know it is because
Okay.
I know it's on a relay because that stuff was all wired wrong.
Gotcha. Craig says he thinks it's on a relay.
I bet you it's one of those two. My guess it's the one up near the Thunder Max.
Okay. Okay. Cool. We'll try it out. If you get that schematic, man, shoot it to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Craig.
You got it.
See you, bud. Bye.
All right, later.
So what we know is our power wire comes out of this Thunder Max and goes from purple into orange and into our power down there. Yeah, this is just the relay for the headlight, so carry on with that for now if you guys want. See what we can do.
All right, so it was the relay then.
Yeah, so this one is the failed one. I just stole this from the headlight.
Let's do it again.
Alright, let's go get the jump box and we'll jump it off.
Can we? Nah.
about 300 horse.
That was on, yeah, because when it was running high octane. So the problem is it's not actually getting all the way to the red line. It's got at like 3,200 RPMs. It's just crapping out on its own. So we're having a hard time getting a good graph, but we got one. So we're going to see at least what that says.
It's 212 foot-pounds of torque and 115 horse.
Okay.
And that's the smoothest curve that we have. Yeah, I suspect maybe it's either running out of, it doesn't have enough fuel pressure to keep it going, and it's running out of fuel, because it's kind of what it did when the fuel pump died.
Yeah, when it crapped out.
But I mean, if this is in fact a 96 cubic inch running on pump gas, 212 foot-pounds of torque is pretty impressive.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's probably because it's not getting up to enough RPMs.
Yeah.
I bet you if we could get past $4,000, that number would be a lot closer to that. So yeah, it seems like it's limited by the RPMs we're able to achieve.
Hey, real quick, this thing is hitting about 3,200 RPMs and then just hitting like it's like a rev limiter almost.
What did Craig say about it?
That part I haven't talked to him about. I just
Run that past him real quick. He might have a solution for it.
Okay, I'll give him a call.
Cool. All right, thanks.
All right, later.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
New ghost to run down. So it's getting up to 3,200 RPMs, and then it's just acting like it's hitting a rev limiter.
Is it possible they turned the rev limit down when they retuned it for some reason? Because that would be a programming parameter in the Thunder Max. You can adjust the red line or whatever.
What should that be redlining at? What, 45?
Well, with a supercharger, to be honest, I don't know. This is all kind of new to me, but like a typical Evo should redline between like 45 and 5.
Okay.
That's where it starts to typically bounce off the rev limiter. The pipe's getting like glowing hot, so I don't know if it's a heat-related thing, possibly.
Oh yeah, that pipe was red, fireball red. I mean, it was freaking crazy hot.
And I mean, it's making like 215 foot-pounds of torque, which is nothing to shake a stick at, but the horsepower is pretty low because it's not achieving the RPMs.
It's a stock Evo.
It is a stock Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the claims were that it was a 300 horsepower motor, 190 horsepower motor.
Nobody ever ran it on it. Nobody knows. It's not a built motor. It's an off-the-stock Evo motor that they designed a fuel injection system for and threw some induction on it. And
is it just a 96?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, 200 plus foot-pounds of torque out of a 96 is already ludicrous.
Yeah, I mean that's all the boost.
Okay. All right. So, well, if that's what we got, then that's what we got. We're not chasing anything.
I would think so.
Okay. So that's what it is. So, stock motor
with a supercharger. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head what a 96 gets, but I would say with a good cam, maybe 110 foot-pounds of torque. So you're like well double that.
All right. Well, let's load it up and get it back to Sean. Tell him the numbers. Yo. All right.
What's the number?
What do you think the number is? How about that?
I'll tell you what I hope the number was.
Okay.
The hope was 190.
Can I sit on this? It won't bend.
It'll bend. You're bending it.
I'm bending it already?
Sit on this.
Yeah, let me sit on this.
So we saw a number of 140.
Right.
I was disappointed. After looking back at it, we were told it's a stock Evo motor. And the fact that a stock Evo motor is pushing out 140 horsepower is blowing my mind.
Okay.
But
so you saw 140, and what kind of fuel were you guys running at that point?
That might have been C16.
Okay, so you're running pretty hot fuel.
That might have been race fuel.
Okay, so you got 140 out of race fuel. Do you remember what the torque was?
It was probably like 120.
Okay. On pump gas,
93 octane.
It only made 115.
Okay.
But it torqued at 213.
No way.
Yeah. It's 213 on the torque. Like, insane number. That's the torque number.
I don't even believe it.
The torque went up like 100.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's got a ton of torque, but
how many times did I run it?
We ran like 8 times.
I don't know if I believe 200. No, I don't believe what the numbers are. So the peak we just saw pump gas 115. The highest we saw was 140. Now we know. And that's the last you ever see that bike. Because I think we're selling it. See you guys next time.